An auto race is more than cars running in circles. From the first beautiful entertainer to the last tired driver, it's a special event like nothing else in all of sports.
To Donnie Allison in first. Where will Cale make his move? He comes to the inside. Donnie Allison throws the block. Cale hits him. He slides. Donnie Allison slides. They hit again. They drive into the turn. They're hitting the wall. They're head on the wall. They slide down to the inside. Let's watch those third place cars. It's a fight between Cale Yarborough and Donnie Allison. The tempers overflowing. They're angry. They know they have. He has the window net down, and Earnhardt continues to work on cleaning off the windshield of cars. Now Walker on the inside. Side by side. Down to the inside. Oh! 4 cars. There it goes.
There's Bodine into the fence. Joe Ruttman spins around. Who's going to win the race? Where's Kyle Petty? Darrell Waltrip's alongside of him.
There's the hook. Bang.
Earnhardt came down, caught the right rear of Darrell's car. There's Darrell Waltrip's Chevrolet, and it is torn.
Let's take a look at how he did it back in lap number 72. There you see Bodine in the 5. He gets trapped on a slow car. And as he gets trapped in the slow, Earnhardt just drives around in the dirt.
Goes through the dirt. That's a good example of what Earnhardt will do to get in.
Feet away from the checkered flag. There it is. Davey Allison wins. Terry Labonte finishes second. Coming down off turn 4. And Earnhardt loses it, goes on the grass, comes back, and Elliott goes inside. And Earnhardt still got the lead. Incredible. He's at 500.
But Alan Kowicki is coming off of corner number 4, knowing that he's winning the championship. There's the checkered flag for Alan. He's the champion for 92.
In the third corner, he gets way down on the apron of the track, coming to the white flag. There's a leader change, and Labonte takes the lead.
And meanwhile, Ricky Rudd trying to get
and Earnhardt spins him out. Oh, man. And Tony Stewart is involved in the crash, as is Mark Martin, Sterling Marble, and several others. Dale Earnhardt takes the checkered flag.
And Jimmy Spencer ran second.
Slow car's going to be in the way.
Just like a year ago, he's going to get him, though. He's going to get him. Gordon got loose in Harvick.
Harvick by inches. Harvick by inches. Harvick by inches. What a race. What a finish.
How did Jeff Gordon hang on to that car that loose off turn 4?
Man. We got him. Tell me we got him. 29 car. You got him, buddy. Harvick, you got him.
Folks, this is Dale Earnhardt's car and team. And Kevin Harvick, the young man Richard Childress tapped, is doing a John Force down the front straightaway. Look at Kevin Harvick as the fans saluted Dale with the number 3 on the 3rd lap. Kevin Harvick salutes him on the way to victory lane.
If I was him, I'd run that thing out of gas riding around here.
What could be more fitting? What could be more special?
Turn 4, final lap of the Pepsi 400. Michael Waltrip in second, but it's going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. using lessons learned from his father to go from 6th to 1st and score the victory in the Pepsi 400.
That's unbelievable.
Yes!
That band behind you did it for
Yes!
you. You guys celebrate. You love your band. You did it.
That was beautiful. Very, very nice.
Junior, you're happy.
Look at that smile.
I am speechless.
To go, what did you say?
Well, he said he knew he could beat him. We just didn't know what was going to happen.
Remember when we've seen this before? And Steve Mills joining the fray now.
Yeah, man, D.I.'s tough. D.I.'s tough.
We can celebrate.
What a finish at Daytona. Dale Jr. on top of the car in the infield.
The 1998 Daytona 500, when his father finally won the Great American Race, he threw the car into the grass doing victory donuts. Everybody joining in the celebration. That's Chocolate Myers. long time crewman for Dale at Richard Childress Racing. Sixth to first in the final 6 laps. All right, Mikey, you celebrate too. You never got to celebrate your win in February. You celebrate now.
Man, that's just so cool. Storybook ending. Oh, this is great.
Try to win it.
I don't know. I don't think he can step out until he waits till the last second and picks up.
He goes to the outside. Is Edwards going? Oh, no! He turns him.
No.
Oh, and that destroyed the front end of Newman's car.
No.
Edwards will not make it to the flag.
Oh,
Brad Keselowski won this race.
That's a year's worth of frustration. Oh, conflict. The Cruiser in it. Somewhere in the middle of that is Jeff Gordon.
That's stupid.
Through as much pain and had as much perseverance as 30-year-old Kyle Busch. Tonight he earns his first Cup title. Kyle Busch, the 2015 NASCAR Sprint Cup champion.
Oh my God! Look at me, Kyle Busch, haven't never seen anything like it. Thank you so much. Thanks, team. Great job!
Jimmy Johnson through 3 and 4. Make room. Richard Petty and Dale Earnhardt. There's another 7-time champ. Jimmy Johnson wins his 7th NASCAR Sprint Cup championship. Finally reaching the peak. Putting an exclamation point on a near perfect season. Mark Truex Jr. is the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series champion.
This moment presented by Sunoco, doing victories all season long.
From Dawsonville, Georgia, is about to join his father, Dawsonville, in elite company. Chase Elliott is a NASCAR Cup Series champion. Driver's side to the fans, waving, and now he comes up to the young driver that just won his first championship.
God, I'm ready to rip somebody's freaking head off.
Hey, dude, I cannot deal with this camera angle. Hey, guess what? It's another episode of the LTC from East Tennessee. As always, it's me, Cody, your host with the most.
It's Don Roddy Bush with Heidi.
So I wanted to get through that so I could say you look like a supervillain just sitting there.
No, me?
Yeah.
A super evil dog?
Yeah, every supervillain has their little lap animal. And Heidi is yours. How you doing tonight, buddy?
Good luck my last name.
People love Heidi.
Yeah, she's a LTC legend. So yes, I am.
She is. Heidi is always in the frame, 9 times out of 10. She looks like a stuffed animal back there on the bed.
No, literally, this is the first time she's ever been on the show since for months, because she never comes up here. She always likes to stay downstairs. She likes the recliner downstairs a lot more than the bed, and she doesn't really like coming upstairs. So Normally, she likes to stay on the recliner, so I just let her. I leave the door open in case she wants to go upstairs, and tonight she finally came upstairs. So.
How funny is it watching her come up the stairs?
Yeah, it's pretty cute. He's neat.
So, Jacob is AFK at the moment. Not really sure what. I think Cooper's gonna try to make it at some point, so I don't know when he'll be here. It's me and you, and not Heidi.
No.
You just see two massive L's on the screen. I would say it's two massive W's because we're actually here.
Wait, you mean this? You mean this?
No, I said we would be W's.
Like this, right there.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, because we're here. See? JKL and Cooper, losers. Agreed.
There we go.
Parv's Parv. Dalton going with the all Black Panther look.
Wakanda forever!
So, I guess real quick, we're not talking NASCAR tonight, but
whoa.
I did see this pop up in the comments.
Actually, yeah, I'm ready to talk about anything that doesn't involve the N-word. You know what I mean?
NASCAR.
You did not.
I said it.
Canceled. Canceled. We do not say that here. No. Bad Cody. Bad Cody. You do not use any slurs like that on this show. Do you hear me? No, bad Cody. Bad Cody.
We're doing film night. We are giving our top 3 favorite
there we go.
Of all time, and we're going to justify those. So, without any further ado, we have a guest. He is a friend of the show. He's not going to have video tonight, but if you're familiar with Fanfuel Motorsports, it is one of their hosts, a good buddy of mine, Mr. Alex. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How is everybody doing? Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Great. As long as you can't hear yourself, we're good. Yeah, no Cam tonight. I am stoked that you guys had me on tonight. I fucking love movies, and for some reason, my guys over at Fanfuel do not watch them. So I could never do something like this with those guys.
You know, I do not understand how people do not watch movies. I cannot fathom that.
Yeah, so I had a lengthy discussion with them in May, because we were going to have an episode on Wednesday, May the 4th. So May the 4th be with you. We were going to do a whole Star Wars show, and I had to scrap it because none of them have ever seen Star Wars. Like, none of them have seen any movies. They don't watch movies.
For what it's worth, I've seen every Star Wars film at least 8 times, at a minimum.
Okay. Well, you're making it up for my other 4 hosts.
Sad. We already have a list in by Turnpike. Top 3 films of all time.
That's goated right there.
Number 2, Despicable Me 2. And number 3, Minions: Rise of Gru.
I will say, Turnpike, Minions: Rise of Gru was my 18th movie in theaters this year, so I gotta say it was pretty damn good.
Damn. Hey,
I love the Despicable Me movies.
Okay, wait. What was the name of that group of the people that were dressed up as Gru that went to the movie theater? Like, do you know what I'm talking about?
We literally tried to figure this out like 2 weeks.
Yeah, and I can't remember the name. Alex, do you remember by any chance?
No, I just remember it was like a bunch of people had started something on TikTok, like a trend, and they were all dressing up like Gru and trashing movie theaters, and people started getting kicked out.
I'm gonna look this up. Hold on. I got y'all.
If you showed up to it in a group with suits on, they weren't letting you in.
Let me see.
All right. Dang. Okay. So one log. He's Goodfellas, Tombstone, and A Bronx Tale. Those are deep.
Those are getting back in movie cinematic history. You'll see with my 3, it's really recent movies.
While I have him pulled up here, me and him make a dangerous combo on Modern Warfare 2.
It was Gentle
okay.
Minions.
Yeah, that was it.
Gentle Minions. Fuck.
That is a badass name. Too bad they were all douchebags.
Yeah.
Nate has.
Nate
Cars
threw up 2 movies.
And Cars 3.
Where's his 3rd movie?
They're all 3 there. You don't have to shun it that hard.
Nah, I watched it earlier this year. It's not as bad as I remember. I still don't like it though.
Die Hard, Backdraft, and Smokey and the Bandit. I don't know what Backdraft is.
Hey, speaking of Cars, real quick, has anybody seen the new Cars TV show on Disney Plus?
Cars on the Road? Yeah, I watched it. I watched it all, and as soon as it came out, it is adorable for a Cars thing. It's really fun. Like, it is super cute.
Like, it's not stupid or.
No, it's not stupid. Like, there's some funny moments with Mater, but it's like if I was back in 2006 when Cars came out and that came out, I would have obsessed over those 12 shorts, and I would have watched them every day for the rest of my life.
Is Larry
Interesting. Okay.
the voice of Mater in it?
What'd you say, Cody?
Is Larry the Cable Guy the voice of Mater?
Yeah, everybody's their voice actor. So Owen Wilson came back as Lightning McQueen as well. And then the new car that you meet in there is pretty cool too.
Spider-Man No Way Home, Talladega Nights, and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. That's a really interesting list.
Yeah. Number 3 is definitely a controversial one because a lot of people hated Spider-Man, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. I don't know why.
I hated the second one, but the first Amazing Spider-Man was not terrible.
Why did you not like The Amazing Spider-Man 2?
I thought...
Yeah, this is the only time we're really going to debate tonight.
I thought it was a little way too cheesy. I did not like the Goblin.
Dude, that was the... Oh, my God.
Yeah, I did not like the way they did Harry. The first Amazing Spider-Man was actually pretty good, but Amazing Spider-Man 2, no.
So I'll give you that Harry Osborn being the Green Goblin was a bit corny.
Yeah.
Albeit. It was a little bit rushed as well, in my opinion, just because. But Electro, Jamie Foxx, and the Hans Zimmer soundtrack during that final battle scene between the two is cinematic god tier movie making right there.
Okay. Now,
he obliterated that role.
No,
dude.
I loved the Electro with Jamie Foxx. He did a massive job. I liked him a lot better in No Way Home better than the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Hey, yo, look who it is.
Hey.
What up, dudes? How's it going?
Just hanging out. We're debating Spider-Man films.
Oh, dude, Spider-Man 3 is
or
the
am I
best
low?
one.
Am I low?
I can hear you.
A little bit.
Hold on. Did you say Spider-Man 3? Are you saying the No Way Home? Okay, because Spider-Man 3 was fucking trash.
Okay.
Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire is the best Spider-Man movie of the entire franchise.
Yeah, Alex, I disagree. Spider-Man 3 is actually not as bad as people say.
No, it was.
That's a terrible, terrible opinion.
No, I can't do it. Sam Raimi even said that it sucked because they forced him to use so many characters.
I don't
understand what was so bad about it.
I just don't believe Jacob actually means what he's saying.
I don't understand.
He's got a big smirk on his face.
Dude, I totally mean it.
I want someone to tell me like what was so bad about it.
Spider-Man 3?
Yes, please.
Just the film as a whole.
Okay, Harry as the new Goblin was terrible.
I disagree.
The Sandman deserved his own movie, and Venom was viciously sacrificed for whatever the fuck Topher Grace had as a symbiote.
All right, so let me give my point. Let me give my response to all those. Okay, so I thought the new Goblin was badass. Not as good as the Green Goblin, of course, but still liked it. Yeah, Sandman should have been like the main villain all by himself. I will agree to that. Venom, of course, this current Venom with Tom Hardy is the best Venom, like no doubt about that. But I will agree to this that they did not show Venom at all, like in the third movie. Like it was just 15 minutes of him. That's all it was. It was I I did not like the way they used him.
I didn't like Eddie Brock either in that movie. Like it was just.
No, I don't care for Topher Grace either.
Where are we at on this list? Spider-Man: No Way Home, Cars, Endgame, and then number 4 is Rowdy.
I have not seen Rowdy yet.
The theme for tonight is just 3. Dang it, 3 for Dale. Sorry. But yeah, so we're doing 3, but I'll let the Rowdy one slide in.
I watched Rowdy. It was good, but it's not as good as the list I'm about to give y'all later tonight.
Oh, brother.
Turnpike, I think he has hit a very good statement, but I will not agree with it. It's the greatest movie of all time, but it is definitely in the top 10 films in history.
Oh, Jackhammer was a gentleman.
No way.
Oh god, we are far behind in comments. We're 7 minutes behind. Let's power through. Favorite: Cars, Transformers 4, Cars 3, Spider-Man: Far From Home, and Endgame. Transformers 4 is like an all-time favorite.
I don't know about.
I'm going to be honest with you. I have not seen any of the Transformers with Mark Wahlberg in it.
Don't see the 5th one. The Last Night, you can skip that one.
I didn't think the 4th one was bad.
Nah.
That's
5th, the Last Night, I swear to God, I about left the movie theater.
Junior, are you talking about Top Gun or Top Gun Maverick?
Forrest Gump, Scarface, and Anchorman. What a diverse list right there.
That's a good one.
That's a good list, though.
Scarface and Anchorman.
Rowdy, Titanic, and The Princess Bride. Dude, I respect the Titanic pick. That
You know what's so bad about these comments? Most of them I haven't even seen yet.
Yeah.
Are you not a movie person, Dalton?
I am, but like,
It's anything that's newer.
Yeah, kinda.
Like Dalton is not a vintage guy at all.
Gotcha.
Hold on, I'm trying to find Parv's video. Days of Thunder, Sweet Home Alabama, and Forever My Girl. Sweet Home Alabama is one of the greatest films ever made.
Dude.
And I will die on that hill.
Putting the lightning rods in the sand, dude. I love that.
In the rain, bro.
Oh, yeah.
That beach scene, I don't care. Like, it makes everybody a hopeless romantic.
Hey, Cody, your Eagles scored.
Did we?
Yeah, 21-23 now.
Okay, sweet.
With 14 minutes and 54 seconds left in the 4th.
Dude, I'm terrified, to be honest with you.
You want me to keep you posted?
Yeah, I don't even have it on right now.
I got you.
Let's see. Olympus Has Fallen, Ted 2.
Ted 2.
The Day After Tomorrow. Dude, I remember watching that. The Day After Tomorrow was like a terrible, I believe in climate change, but it was like a terrible, like, kind of like a propaganda type thing to scare the shit out of everybody. I remember being absolutely fucking terrified that like an ice age was gonna just freeze the entire world until I was like 12.
I just imagine when they pitched that movie, there's a bunch of cigarette smoke, and it was like, we got to make a movie about climate change. Someone's like, is Dennis Quaid doing anything right now? We're going to get Dennis Quaid in the movie.
Incredible film, though.
Yeah, good.
Like the graphics, like the cinematography, the special effects, like it was very well done. I want to think that movie was like 2003.
I think it was the first IMAX movie that I ever saw, and it was.
You
it was
saw
pretty,
it in theaters?
Yeah, it's pretty stunning as a kid.
Wild. Days of Thunder, Talladega Nights, and Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? If that's not a junior list through and through, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That's definitely junior.
Endgame, Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, and Avatar.
I am looking to go see Black Panther Wakanda Forever sometime later this week. So no spoilers, please.
I've not seen it.
Dude, so the Carolina Panthers
I
actually...
was about to be like, so I saw it last night. And let me tell you what happens at the end.
No, I wasn't trying to spoil it. I was trying to say, like, the Carolina Panthers actually made, like, a special logo for the Black Panther movie. Like, they took this logo and put, like, the Black Panther necklace on it.
Oh, that's cool.
I wish they would sell merch for that.
Dude, Eric's got the best one, man.
Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm almost there. Because that was the most I got all... Okay, yeah, so...
I love Transformers 3.
Dude, I'm a hypocrite. So let me preface. Tonight, we're not arguing or debating each other's lists. These are our genuine lists. We're not here to be film critics or know-it-alls or anything like that. If you like a movie that's terrible, but you love it, that's fine. Nobody's
it's my list. Fuck you.
If The Room is your favorite movie of all time, dude, good for you. Shawshank Redemption, Dirty Dancing, and Grown Ups.
I love Grown Ups.
Those are three very good movies, but one of them just doesn't fit with the other.
Yeah. Dude, Summer absolutely loves Grown Ups.
So my dad's favorite movie of all time is Shawshank Redemption. So I feel like Summer and my father would get along.
Just best friends.
Yeah.
And they're both Team Ford, too. So they're going to be able to talk about the Blue Oval.
I feel like my boy Dean Hamlin's favorite movie is Shawshank Redemption. I feel like I saw that somewhere in the last couple of years. So you guys are in good company.
It isn't.
Eric, what the fuck?
Avatar, Dirty Dancing, and Saw. Avatar is an incredible film.
Eric, what the fuck?
Dirty Dancing is a good movie, but I don't worship Summer's comment. I'll get to it. But Dirty Dancing is not one of those movies where I'm like, oh yeah. And then Saw, dude. You put James Wan on anything, and immediately I'm sold.
Facts.
That's honestly, this is a classic.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a rite of passage.
Everybody has seen this one time, and if somebody says they haven't, they are a fucking liar. Christmas favorites: Santa Claus 2, The Santa Clauses, and Elf. Elf is automatically, like, permanently a top 3 fixture, I think.
I'm very disappointed Home Alone's not in that.
I want to go and see it.
Oh, Matt got the Black Panther popcorn bucket last week.
See, Barb's not here because he's out there riding a fucking dolphin in the ocean. So
yeah, exactly.
Yep.
I'm surprised he can see it from out there.
Okay, I think we're all caught up. Wait.
Home Alone 3 and 4, what the fuck?
Yeah, those are actually really good too.
I disagreed. If there's no Clay McCulkin in it, then it ain't it.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
That was a movie.
I do like Pee-wee's Big Adventure. I feel like everybody's got to have watched that once.
Yeah.
Like it's
my Christmas movie list. Friday After Next. And 8th.
Where's the third?
Dude. You don't need no more than that. John's about it, bro. I have poor cell service riding the waves of victory with the Dolphins. Which one? That's the second one, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, with the pigeon lady. Goated. Absolutely goated.
Not even gonna say anything, but I feel like I watched that 50 times when I was a kid.
Guaranteed, dude. It was on every Friday night at 8 p.m.
Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Classic.
I don't even like Will Ferrell, and I love that movie.
Oh, dude. Dude, we did this last week.
I'll drop you, motherfucker.
Alex, you just said something that is just genuinely not welcome in this.
I know. I get the reasons that you guys like Will Ferrell movies. It's just he makes the same movie over and over again for me. So I like Talladega Nights, Step Brothers, and that's it.
Have you ever seen Everything Must Go?
Which one is that?
It has Will Ferrell in it. I think it came out late 2000s.
Hey, Cody, you watched Interception?
I'm going to watch it now. I'm trying to pull it up.
The reason I say that is watch that one and Stranger Than Fiction. It changed my entire opinion on Will Ferrell.
Yeah, I mean, I loved Will Ferrell no matter what.
Yeah, same.
Okay, listen.
Mark.
His worst ever movie was Holmes and Watson.
That's honestly, was Will in that?
Yeah, it was Will and what's his name?
Robert Downey Jr.
No, not Robert Downey Jr. It was who's the guy?
Oh, John C. Reilly?
John C. Reilly, yeah.
Whose first ever movie was it?
That was Will Ferrell's worst movie. It was Holmes and Watson.
Yeah, I heard it was bad.
It was terrible.
That's a classic.
Hey, that's a good one.
Police Academy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Dude, Where's My Car, bro, is one of the greatest movie of all time. Like, by freaking far, dude. Like, okay, here's my nostalgic story for Dude, Where's My Car. When I was little, there used to be a video rental store inside of Walmart. Some of y'all might be old enough to remember this stuff. But this was like late 90s. And it was going out of business. So they were doing like a buy two, get one free kind of deal. So my mom was like, go pick out any 3 VHSs. Here's how cool my mom is. And also, like, she's going to get flamed for her parenting right here. But I ended up pretty cool. So I go and I get Dude, Where's My Car? Solid pick, right?
That's a good one.
Now, okay, it was a buy one, get one, because I only got 2. So I get Dude, Where's My Car? And then I get American Pie.
Oh my God.
She doesn't know what it is.
Yeah.
She's like, sure. So I buy those 2 movies, go home, watch Dude, Where's My Car? And then we watch American Pie. And I grew up. I grew up a lot.
Yeah.
Tommy Boy. Incredible film.
I think that is probably a classic, yeah.
Whoa.
Somebody doesn't watch Disney Channel as a child, I'm assuming.
Junior's a youngin'.
Really?
You're right.
I'll be honest, I never watched it.
Oh, wow.
No, I wasn't a Disney kid. I just never was.
Wow.
I don't know, man. I just kind of grew up on Cartoon Network. That was kind of like where I hung around.
Yeah.
This list is just so memey.
I love every one of them, though.
How much did you like the second Borat compared to the first one?
Dude, okay. So to be fair, when I watched the second Borat, I feel like that was during COVID, or at least a little closer to COVID. I found it absolutely hilarious.
It was incredible. The marketing they did for that was absolutely incredible too.
Nuts.
He was on like Twitch streams in character, and like they were marketing it where it was released on Amazon Prime. They like did so much on Twitch, like leading up to the reveal or the premiere. Hannah Montana movie. Yeah. We love the big spoiler. Brokeback Mountain is an incredible film.
Hey, what do Brokeback Mountain and the NFL have in common? The Cowboys both suck.
Excellent.
It's been a while since I've heard that one.
I ain't heard that one before.
Yeah.
No, it's an incredible movie.
It is good.
Dude, I imagine that Parv, like, day after Halloween, immediately has, like, a Christmas sweater on.
I got into a big fight with a Colton over this on Facebook because they had their tree up the day after Halloween, and I can't do it.
What about that is not appealing for you?
What about that is not appealing for me? I dislike Christmas music, and it starts on December 1st.
Thank you.
We also have Thanksgiving in between, and as far as Mexican culture, Dia de los Muertos is the 1st and 2nd of November. So there's that. So no.
Find someone that agrees with me.
I just need fall, spooky season, fall, Christmas season. That's how it works.
Yep.
I'm on the wait a little bit to like celebrate and decorate, but I don't shit on the people that do. Because I'm not the one decorating. Super Troopers. Hell of a movie.
I had IMAX NASCAR on DVD as a kid, and I watched that every day after school in like 4th grade.
Who done the? It was Kiefer Sutherland, I think, was the narrator, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was only 45 minutes, but it was glorious.
Yeah, I saw it in Chattanooga. I feel like at the aquarium is where I first saw that one.
Totally agreed. Not the first one, though. For me, like the first and second one, both of those are incredible. The second one is the second best. The Scary Movie 3 is, in my opinion, by far like the most comedic one.
So do you guys like spoof movies, or is it just the Scary Movie franchise?
I love spoof films. I love mockumentaries. I love spoofs. I love parody. It's literally one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
Pain, dude. Pain. It just hurts. Disney movies, Toy Story, Remember the Titans, and The Parent Trap. Here's a quick little fun side game we can all do. What's your 3 favorite Disney movies? And just to preface, Pixar does count.
Pixar does count?
Okay. Thank you.
Good. You got to put them together, as much as it sucks.
I'm not going to put Pixar in there just because.
You have to. That's the rule. And because that makes it so much harder. But
see, I've got a Pixar movie in my top three, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to omit that for me.
Go for it. Number 1 greatest Disney movie of all time, Lilo and Stitch.
Absolutely. Yes. That's the reason that my fiance and I are together.
Really?
Yes. Yeah, the story was me and my best friend were sitting at their house, and she was like, "There's this girl in class, and I think you should meet her because she started her speech off for like and what is it called when you introduction speech like off, and she's like, my name's Myra and I like car racing, and she was like, well, obviously I need to tell Alex about this. So she got there and she was scrolling through Facebook, and her cover picture was Stitch making the sandcastle. And I was like, well, fuck, I gotta meet her now, and we're getting married in May.
Interesting. That's a cool story.
Nice.
Number 2 for me, Toy Story. Number 3, this one's tight between two. I'm gonna give it to A Bug's Life, but Big Hero 6 is right there.
I would say probably my number 3 is the first Toy Story. Second is Toy Story 2, because it's just, I think Toy Story 2 is better. I always did.
Facts.
And number 1 is always going to be Up. I loved Up. Up was good.
Dude, there are so many damn Disney movies to choose from for only 3. But I'll go ahead and give you mine. I want to say my number 3 is going to be Monsters University.
Okay.
Because it is just so relatable. It's so fucking relatable. Cars for number 2. And Toy Story 2 for number 1.
Well, I have number 1, same as Cody, Lilo and Stitch, hands down, period. Number 2 for me has to be Princess and the Frog. I always just really like that movie. And then third is my second favorite Pixar movie, because my favorite Pixar movie is my top 3 movies of all time. I'll save that for later. And that's Cars 3. Just, it brought nostalgia of the original Cars, and also all the NASCAR nods made me a very happy boy. I saw it in theaters 3 times.
Let's see. What are your worst movie unpopular options or opinions? Maybe.
I'll go ahead and give you mine. Top 3.
Here's a start.
Jack and Jill is pretty fucking bad. I'll have to say.
All right, my top 3 worst are Boogeyman. That was probably the worst scary movie I've ever fucking watched my whole life.
Did it scare you?
No, it was just bad. Like the CGI was terrible, and it was all of it was bad. The story, how it ended, it was the worst scary movie you could ever watch. Holmes and Watson for number 2, and let's see, number 1 I'm going to do. I had it, but I can't remember it. What was it? This probably doesn't count, but The Barbarian.
That's a bad fucking take, bro.
You actually like that shit?
Dude, it's just a bad fucking take from you, Dalton.
You actually like that shit?
I just don't expect you to like come out and say that movie was bad.
I have not seen it yet, but I heard that it's amazing, and I'm going to assume that it's amazing.
No,
I
don't trust you there.
Yeah, you should definitely not trust Dalton's opinion.
That was the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my fucking life.
So,
well, weird doesn't necessarily mean bad.
How did you not enjoy that movie? That's my question.
Well,
was it just because, don't spoil anything, but was it just because of the premise?
Okay, look. Like the first, I want to say the first hour of it was pretty interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it got to the end, it just threw me off. Like,
do you just not like psychological thrillers with a twist? Because I'm assuming that's what Barbarian is.
Yeah, like I get so fucking lost. I get so fucking lost, and I certainly did get lost there.
See, that's what I thought it was going to be. It was a psychological thriller, but it ended up not being. No.
Okay. Well,
dude. Okay. This is a really great list, minus Super Mario Brothers. I don't know why we're hating on that work of art.
Click was amazing.
Is awful, dude. Click is
amazing.
No, I would rather watch a 40-hour Jack and Jill marathon than to watch Click one time.
Okay, well, we can agree to disagree. I think that was one of the best movies of my childhood.
The best part of Click was when he was like flapping his belly.
Okay.
I liked Click just because it turned from a comedy to one of the most darkest movies I've ever seen.
No kidding.
That's what I loved about it. But
Like it had me like emotionally opened up, and then like my innocence was sucked away as a child.
yeah. I mean, that
It was
part
a really weird telling of the butterfly effect.
Yeah, it really was. Yeah.
I thought it was pretty out there for that time in movies, especially for Adam Sandler. Like, come on.
All of the Paranormal Activity movies are incredible.
No, the first one was kind of trash. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
I can't agree. The first one scared the living shit out of me, man.
Dude, it was so well done.
Yeah,
like, no budget at all.
Dude, hooked me
All right.
up.
Well, Cody, what are your worst three?
Worst three movies of all time. This is rough, dude, because like I've seen so many bad movies. Number one though, and I mean it with all due respect, The Room. Like fundamentally just one of the worst films ever made. If you've not seen The Room, you need to see The Room. It's got a really big cult following actually, and it's so like highly regarded as the worst movie of all time. And for good reason. The acting is bad, the editing is awful, the audio is terrible. Now for the second worst movie of all time, I'm really not like a super harsh critic on movies. Like I usually just walk away being like, yeah, that was like bad, but Sharknado.
Oh hell no!
Dude, like they're not even good movies. Number three, I'll just say this to ruffle Jacob's feathers here. Total Recall.
Bad.
Oh, that's an opinion. So moving on to my worst three. First off, I don't know if anybody saw this movie, but we had the AMC A-list, so we just went and watched pretty much every movie we could this summer. This movie called Family Camp. It had the mom from Good Luck Charlie in it as the main character. Absolutely terrible movie. I am pissed off at myself that we didn't walk out of that movie theater. Next one is Pacific Rim Uprising. That movie should not have existed. And then the one that I think people will hate me for is, I'm sorry, but Midsommar is an absolute dog shit movie. It's a waste of time.
That's an opinion. Moving on to who's next? Yeah, the Fast and the Furious movies, they've the amount of films that we've talked about, I'm terrified, so I need to ask, which movie are you referring to? He said, "Oh Lord, I saw that in my church."
All right, y'all.
Camp one.
I'm gonna start another question. Give me all your three saddest movies.
I don't think we have to say anything other than The Bridge to Terabithia.
That's one of them for me.
See, that's not on my list.
Really?
Oh, wait. Hey, pal.
Yeah, I don't know what. Spectrum, bro.
What do you expect? Yeah.
Yeah.
My Girl. Stand By Me. And I this is me being honest. I cannot watch The Fault in Our Stars. The book got me. The movie gets me every time. Oof.
Is this your three worst ones?
No, we're off of that. We're on saddest.
Oh, the saddest?
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of glitched out during that. So.
Yeah, your three worst.
I thought you were like, yeah, these are my three shittiest ones. And I was like, whoa.
I thought your reactions were weird. I was like,
Yeah, I was
dude,
like,
you don't think
oh
that's sad?
God, dude. Yeah, three shittiest. I would say number 3 of the worst thing I've ever watched. I fucking hate Overboard with Kurt Russell. Cannot stand that movie. Number 2, probably Terminator Genesis. And number 1, Terminator Dark Fate. Those are just 2 piles of shit, man.
No, you just hate it when you're like one of your favorite movie series just has those shitty sequels.
Dude. Yeah, so Genesis, I remember I watched it and got done, and I was just like, what the hell did I just watch? And
Hey, he's here. He made it.
Hey.
And then the first one, then I watched Dark Fate in theaters, and I just got up and walked out. I didn't even finish the movie.
Yeah, I just went from the highest of highs to the lowest of lows. Jalen throws an absolute bomb. Catches
I just
it.
watched it.
Yeah, you can see my reaction. I was like,
Yep.
no, fumble. I did say yesterday that this was totally the one game that we would lose. So, pain. Right now, Cooper, we haven't gotten to like our big 3. We are covering the 3 saddest movies of all time, in our opinion.
I want to get mine real quick. All right, so Bridge to Terabithia was one of them.
God, oh my God, dude.
Alex agreed. Oh, real quick, Jake. Alex had Midsommar as one of his worst.
No,
movies.
it was the worst movie. It was a waste of my time.
Really?
I said, well, that's an opinion, and then we moved on.
No, I feel like that's most of the opinions I hear, that people either really hate it or they love it. There's no in between. Nobody's like, oh, that
Well,
movie's
so many of my friends at the time were like, go see this movie. You're going to love it. It's right up your alley. It's grotesque. It's kind of like a thriller movie. It's scary. And then I watched it and I knew the plot like 20 minutes into the movie. And it was just like, it was a waste of my time. It wasn't like the gore wasn't there to, it wasn't spectacular at any point. You know, it didn't give me any feelings other than, is it over yet?
Was it like 2 weeks ago where that movie spiraled you for like a day and a half? Yeah.
Oh, you broke up. Sorry. I was eating a fajita.
No, I said, was it like a day and a half that Midsommar had like spiraled you mentally? Like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, bro, that shit was nasty.
All right, I got to finish my sad.
Yeah, go for it now.
All right, so Bridge to Terabithia, Mean Creek, and last but not least, The Boy in the Striped Pajamas.
Oh, dude, I didn't even think about that one.
I watched The Boy in the Striped Pajamas in World Geography class freshman year.
Why the fuck did you just laugh about that?
We all did.
Everybody laughed about that movie?
No, we didn't laugh.
I just said, why did you laugh?
No, we watched it.
We all did.
We all watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, we watched it in World Geography class freshman year.
So the reason that me and Cooper are laughing is because they put that movie on. I ripped it to shreds after it was done. This movie's dog shit. I was like, I don't care. I know the premises. I know what it's trying to get to. That was the dumbest fucking movie I've ever seen in my life, man.
Dude, no. If that movie did not have you just like fucking crying, I don't know what to say.
But y'all seen Mean Creek, right? With Josh Peck?
Yeah.
Oh, Cody, you don't know it?
Mm-mm.
Do you remember that video on Twitter where
It's old.
Yeah, where Josh was like cussing out those kids on the boat?
No, I don't.
Okay, never mind then.
That's the end of that, I guess. You don't know it? Fuck it. All right.
I don't. Coop, do you have 3 sad movies?
I got fajita juice in my hand. Hang on. Yeah.
2023 was sad, actually.
The fuck does everyone keep saying this goddamn Striped Pajamas movie?
It is a sad movie. Radio. See, I don't think Radio is as sad as it is like uplifting. Dude, Radio is Cuba Gooding Jr. absolutely nailed that role. Like, that guy had such a bright future in acting. Anyway, go ahead now, Mr. Fajita Finger.
Let me get I would say probably number 1, like legit Foxcatcher. I think Foxcatcher's a really sad movie. It's
I've
a
never
really
seen that.
goddamn
Dude,
movie.
yes.
Dude. Because it's all true. Well, I mean, there's some stuff that's like, Steve Carell's kind of fiction in it.
You
but
said Fox
no.
Catcher?
Foxcatcher, yeah. It's about the two wrestling brothers, and they go out to Foxcatcher, and they go out to train. It's a fabulous movie. It's Channing Tatum, Steve Carell, and then who the hell plays the older brother, Jacob?
Mark Ruffalo.
Mark Ruffalo. Yeah.
Interesting.
It's a very good movie.
I've never heard of it before. I'll give it a watch.
Really? It's good. Two.
Marley and Me, dude.
Yeah.
That's a movie.
No,
Yeller.
I used to think that movie was sad till I had Momo.
God.
I'm kind of counting the days down.
Jesus Christ.
Here he is.
You said my name.
Smells my fajita.
Oh.
All
right,
right,
well,
that's fajita. Look at this shit.
What's number 2? Fajita, man.
Holy shit, dude. If we could do something, that would be incredible.
I'm trying to think, man. I'm on the spot. Let me get a. Who has not gone?
I
have not gone, but I mean, they've said Bruce Taylor, Brithia, and Marley and Me, and that's my top 2. I honestly couldn't pull up a third one. I remember in the last year or so coming out of a theater and just feeling dreadful and like gut wrench, but I can't remember what movie it was.
I'll tell you right. I'll tell you right now. My number 1 is 7 pounds.
Oh, dude, incredible!
Yeah,
incredible.
All right. 7 pounds is good. Very good movie.
I'm mad that I didn't even think about that one.
Yeah, 7 pounds is definitely my number 1. Number 2, I would say, is Young Guns 2. Bro, I know that's a weird one, but that movie's fucking sad. Like, if you start thinking about it.
I love how deep these movies are going because it's starting to make me feel like uncultured because some of these I don't know.
You never seen Young Guns 2?
No.
With Emilio Estevez?
That's a very obscure one. I don't know. That's
Well,
like top 2 sad.
Well, the reason I think it's so sad is because think about the first one. Like, that gang was so close, and the second one is just literally all of the. If you hadn't seen this at this point, spoilers, but it's literally just all of them dying in terrible ways. Like, there's not one of them that's a good death. Nobody has peace. And then number 3, I would say, is Interstellar. That's a sad one.
Interstellar confused the holy fuck out of me.
You confused the holy fuck out of me.
Well, fuck you. You hate Barbarian. Fuck you.
Well, yeah,
you have absolutely no room to talk.
I think Dalton. It seems like if the plot's not laid out for you, you can't really think about it. And I don't mean that to be rude, but I feel like you can't watch complicated movies.
It's very hard for me to. It really is.
Do you hate Interstellar?
Interstellar was so good until it got to that scene where he's behind the fucking bookshelf. I'm like, wait, what
Dude,
the fuck?
I love like deeply complicated films, but
Yeah.
I'm with Dalton on Interstellar. Anybody who tries to pretend like they understand Interstellar is full of shit.
Hold up, that is my favorite movie of all time. It is very easy to trace. What do you mean?
No shot, bro. Like, we're floating through the fucking time-space continuum.
It is so like easy to understand if you just know a little bit about what's going on.
I'll be
honest. I don't understand what you don't understand about it.
I love science.
It's literally about the theory of relativity. That's all that you need to know.
See, and I'm just not trying to think that hard when I'm watching Matthew McConaughey. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking about
movie was
bourbon,
pretty-
not motherfuckers on my screen.
Go ahead, smoke weed and take your shirt off, dude. Do what you usually do. I'm a huge fan of like scientific movies, and I'll say Interstellar didn't make any sense to me. Like, to me, the plot's not laid out. You have to think about it.
I like that though. I like that about that movie. It's so good because it's so complex, but it's also so human at the same time.
I just don't think that there is. And I'm not throwing any shade out to anybody, but I don't think there's anybody that really. I feel like if we had like no one sit down and just explain every detail of that movie, I feel like all of us would be wrong on some of our theories.
Hey,
I don't know. It's
I'ma
pretty
throw this
like
out.
it's pretty easy for me to like I don't know. I fell in love with that movie the first time I watched it.
I was mesmerized. I would have liked to have seen it in IMAX. I think that would have been cool.
Yeah.
Coop, do you have a third?
I've got a second.
Oh yeah, you're still behind.
Shit, I'll take the clowning for it. Give it here. Brokeback Mountain, bro. Sad fucking movie.
Honestly,
Hey,
dude,
beautiful movie.
We talked
Dude,
about it right before you hopped
throw
in.
the shit
Incredible
aside.
movie.
Cooper,
It is.
what did Brokeback Mountain and the NFL have in common? The Cowboys both suck.
Oh, look at you. Man, cancel this fuck. Look at
I
me.
cannot say.
Confirmed Dalton hates the gay community.
When it comes down to it,
Cooper was like, "Wait a minute, let's make sure I don't say a slur here."
Yeah,
exactly.
when it comes down to it, I can't say a word about the Cowboys right now at all.
Look,
Is it Romo?
it's Marley. Look, here he is.
Oh
Great.
my god!
Counting down the years. How old did we turn this year? 4? You got a couple more years.
What's
left,
everyone's
huh?
favorite non-racing video game
South
of
Park
all
the Fractured
time?
Butthole.
Legend of Zelda:
What?
Majora's Mask.
Red Dead Redemption.
The Last of Us.
South Park the Fractured
Dead Rising
Butthole.
2.
That's a good one, Dalton. I'll give that one to you. It's, all of us said like really like deep games. Dalton just immediately like, yeah, South Park: The Fractured Butthole. I love that one.
No, all seriousness, Outlast.
Actually, are you serious?
Outlast, yeah.
Yeah, I could not imagine you playing Outlast. I would.
Dude, I
pay
finished
money
it.
to watch you
I
play
finished it.
I would never play that game.
Dude, I can't. My
Oh.
heartbeat gets way too fast.
I have not played the second one yet. Matt has, but I haven't yet. Matt said it was scary as fuck.
I hate when they remove the fight from a video game and you just have to run.
Yeah, you have to
I
run and
can't-
hide, yeah.
Like I could feel like the characters breathing on my neck, like when I'm just sitting on my couch. I'm like, oh,
I
no.
hated that fat guy that kept trying to chase you in the hospital. He pissed me off so much.
Hey, what's that fucking... My third. What's that movie with Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga? The fuck's it called?
Oh,
Star is
I know what
Born.
you're talking about.
Yeah, dude.
A Star is Born. Yeah,
That ain't a top sad movie. That's a real good movie, though.
yeah, that was a good one. Honestly, for me, my third one, you guys are gonna think this is corny as fuck, but Spider-Man: No Way Home. Like the ending of that movie, I just feel so terrible for Peter Parker because like he's just in a world where no one knows or cares about him, and that just feels so relatable sometimes, you know.
Yeah, the ending. I kind of like how they did it, but at the same time, I didn't like them doing it that way. I feel like every Spider-Man has had like the most insane freaking cliffhanger.
Not the best one though. It ended on the high note. Spider-Man 3.
All right, so now that everybody's here, I say we do the thing. So hold on a second. Before we do ours, we're gonna listen to the member of the Parv gang himself. Let's do it.
What is up, everybody from the left LTC from East Tennessee? It's Matthew Parman here. Parv gang, I'm in the house. What, did y'all think I wasn't going to show up? Well, you're wrong, because here I am, baby! Woo! Parv gang. All right, so tonight's topic on LTC is your top 3 favorite movies, is what I was told to bring to the table. And while I am a movie connoisseur and I have the best opinions on movies known to mankind, you know, because of, last week I gave out the opinion about Will Ferrell being a terrible actor. You know, I feel like that's what inspired this week's episode, is talking about movies.
Remember how bad your MCU
I still stand
list
by
was?
that. And later on, you know, I'm gonna give out. You know, I'll just wait till later till I give out my spicy opinion on a certain Marvel movie. But shh, we'll talk about that later. So my top 3 favorite movies of all time. It took a lot of questioning of like what generally I have enjoyed in my life. The first one is The Cat in the Hat. I love The Cat in the Hat. I feel like this is Mike Myers' best work known to man. Like having a big tall cat and 2 humans
Har probably likes the Love
just
Guru
talk
too.
to each other for 90 minutes is comedic gold.
Shout out
gold.
Daniel
I
Tosh.
love
What a
it
good
so
time.
much. And
This
then
is
the other
nowhere
one
where I
that
thought it was
really
gonna go.
like, one of my favorite animated movies of all time. It's called Fly Me to the Moon. And you're thinking, Fly Me to the Moon, the Frank Sinatra song? No, this does not regard Frank Sinatra whatsoever. This is literal flies, you know, the animal, flying to the moon. They're sending flies to the moon, like this incredible journey.
Did you say
They're
animal?
like,
Fly's a mammal.
Sending
A
flies
fly's
to
a
the moon
mammal.
is just something that's very heart-wrenching, you know? A wonderful film in cinematic history. Now, the other one is very, very hard to also decipher, but I just feel like The Master Disguise. No, not sure. Jack and Jill. I love Jack and Jill. That Adam Sandler classic, you know. People
the
say, you know,
fuck
Uncut
is
Gems.
this goddamn
People say
list?
Happy Gilmore is great. No, Jack and Jill, where he plays 2 different roles in the same movie. Like, he plays himself and his sister. It's incredible. You know that scene when
Bro, I'd
sister
rather
gets on
watch the
horse and
fucking
horse
Fat
is-
Albert movie.
It's great. I love it. That's my
Take his name out your
Hold
mouth.
on, whoa. We cannot disrespect the Fat Albert movie.
Yeah, no.
I love the Fat Albert movie. We're talking
Who
about the one
doesn't love the Fat Albert
Kenan
movie?
Thompson, right? That's
Yeah.
what we're talking
Fucking
about.
thoughts.
Yeah.
That's who.
Well, I am a movie connoisseur and I have the best opinions on movies known to mankind.
Did I restart?
You know, because of
Yeah, you
last
did.
week I like feel like The Master Disguise. No, not sure. Jack and Jill. I love Jack and Jill. That Adam Sandler classic, you know. People say, you know, Uncut Gems. People say Happy Gilmore is great. No, Jack and Jill, where he plays 2 different roles in the same movie. Like, he plays himself and his sister. It's incredible. You know that scene when his sister gets on the horse and the horse just... It's great, you know. I love it. That's my... I'm kidding. Those are not my 3 favorite films of all time. I just did that to be funny, and I think to piss off all the other people, especially like, you know, people
Forrest
who like
Gump
study
is guy's
film or
top
whatever.
3.
Or like, you know, have written scripts. But anyways, I'll give you my
Shawshank.
actual picks. So the first one is a no-brainer. If you know me, this is my favorite film of all time. I have to get this one out of the way because I'll talk about this forever. It's Forrest Gump. This is genuinely my favorite film of all time. I've seen this movie.
I don't know why y'all are laughing. Dude's
times at this
spitting
point in my
facts right
life,
now.
And it's just literally the whole story of like Forrest's life, just genuinely, you know, from like him being a child, having, you know, braces on his legs to becoming, you know, a shrimping boat captain, becoming a recipient of the Medal of Honor, and you know, Jenny is the most heinous villain in all of cinema, and I will stand by that decision because if you've seen Forrest Gump and you've seen how Jenny treats Forrest the entire movie, you will understand why. I'll leave it at that. Go watch the movie and you'll understand. It's just, and also, you know,
go watch
Forrest
the
Gump and
movie.
Lieutenant Dan.
Who hasn't fucking
It's just
seen it?
wonderful work by Tom Hanks and the whole entire cast. I watched it this past weekend for a paper I had to do in my class, and it just...
Shocker.
This movie will always bring me joy no matter what. And I know people are like, this is probably one of the most overrated Tom Hanks movies of all time. It's not. It's one of the best. And now my second favorite movie...
like a
well,
fucking Tom
2 and 3
Hanks
can be intertwined
historian.
with each other, but I'm going to give the second one. This is the highest rated IMDb, I think that's how you say it, movie of all time. It's Shawshank Redemption. And the story of this movie is genuinely incredible. With,
Jacob, what's 3? Jacob, what do we got?
just the
What's 3?
everyone in there with Red.
That's
The, you know, Morgan Freeman narrating the story is just incredible. And then you also just have many other stories where, you know, the guy's just trying to
outta
escape
here.
prison. And you don't really know it at first, but then, you know, after how the warden treats him, after everything, you just see the things happening. And he finding out his... I don't really want to spoil the rest of it, but, you know,
Yeah,
it's
please don't spoil
legit
this fucking classic
a
movie.
cinematic masterpiece, and it definitely deserves a spot of being the greatest film of all time, according to IMDb. And
I think it'll be a Christmas
wonderful,
movie.
wonderful art that movie.
The third one.
Now, my third one might
I don't
come
know, it
as
could be The
kind
Green
of a
Mile.
shock, but I don't think it is really. It's one of my favorite Christmas
Miracle
films.
on
of all time.
34th Street.
Oh my
And I
lord!
know what you're thinking,
That's
a
it.
Christmas
It's a Christmas
film,
movie.
really. But this film is just, you know, one of James Stewart's best work. Yes, It's a Wonderful Life is my third. Is in my top three favorite movies of all time.
That's close.
Just seeing the story of George Bailey, how at the very beginning of his life he loses hearing to his ear, how he has this big aspiration to just do everything outside of his small town, just escape it, but he cannot do it because of he has to run his father's business, and his father's business goes bang, and then like the whole entire story with him and Clarence.
Power probably likes
just-
Christmas with the Cranks too, you know.
The first time I saw
Hey,
this, I was
whoa, that's a
literally
good
almost
movie.
in tears. And still to this day, I
when he
get
pokes
I just
himself
get
with the
tears.
Just
up
because the
because
movie's stupid doesn't mean it's
that
bad.
ending, the whole entire last 45 minutes of that movie is just wonderful film, and I just love it.
Yes, Eagles.
It's a competition between that and Christmas
Bro, I knew
Vacation.
we were
That's
gonna
my
lose.
favorite
I
Christmas
literally
movie of
said
all
it last
time.
night.
Both of those are
I
great
knew it.
movies, but when it comes to genuinely fantastic movie material, It's a Wonderful Life is
Hey, at least have
definitely
one winning
the
team. Go
reason why it
Balls,
should be
baby.
in my top three. So that's kind of
Welcome
what I
your
have for my
Humpties.
top three films. I'm sure the other guys have had wonderful opinions on their top three movies. I know.
Not so fast.
I know Jacob's been a big guy in films and everything, so I know he has some great picks. I know Cody's had great picks. Dalton, I don't know much about, so I don't really want to trash on his opinions on whatever his is. It might be Transformers or whatever. I don't know. Or, you have Cooper.
Well, maybe.
They might have horror films. I don't know. But yes, I'm sure all of us have had great picks, but I'm sure mine were the best. Forrest Gump, Shawshank Redemption, and It's a Wonderful Life.
Who
are
said
just
Fred
three of the best
Claus?
films that have
4
ever been
Christmases.
created. And
Power probably likes Fred
if
too,
those
the
were
movie, because John
if I
Cena's
could
in
only
it.
choose, if those were the three films I had for the rest of my life, then I'd be fine with it, because those three are just
Fucking
great.
attitude adjustment through the table when mom's talking.
Now for the moment y'all been kind of waiting for, I guess, is my take on a certain Marvel movie. And I'll kind of explain this very shortly. Or I could just say it and say bye and leave y'all to roast me on it. I think I
Barb
might
likes
do that.
Ang Lee's
'cause
Hulk movie.
my explanation is kind of long-winded, and I'm sure if they want to call me during the middle of the show, with how pissed off they are, I'm sure they will. So I'm going to say parking out. Well, actually, I'll say that after I say this. Okay. So the most overrated film of all time when it comes to Marvel, the MCU, it's not Ant-Man and Wasp. That's objectively probably the worst one. Or Captain Marvel, but we're not going to discuss that. But the most overrated film of all time. It's subpar at best. It's middle of the road. Its two previous movies are better than this film.
The Eternals is terrible.
Spider-Man No Way Home is the most overrated
Oh, go
film
fuck
in
yourself.
Marvel's cinematic universe history.
Go fuck
It's
yourself.
just nothing more than a nostalgic fest.
No.
Parking
No.
out.
Fuck you. Fuck
Listen, I'm sorry. I love how people just go to the nostalgia trip as if it's something that is even taxable as a conflict for this movie. It's the whole purpose of the movie. It's a redemption arc for all three Spider-Man, right?
Yeah.
And it's the perfect amalgamation of the three stories of all three of those Spider-Man. It realistically, we don't even have to have Spider-Man the rest of the MCU, because that movie tied up all three of those Spider-Men. Come on now.
I think garbage is a bit too much.
Yeah. No, that's.
Also, did you not see Love and Thunder?
Garbage.
Wait, hold up. Who called the Batman garbage?
I did.
Cody?
What the fuck? No.
Yeah, everything about that movie is incredible except for the story and the movie itself. Casting's incredible, cinematography is beautiful, the setting, the pacing, everything about that movie is A-okay except for just the overall execution of it.
I strongly disagree with you, but I'm not going to be mad at you.
I just feel like for Parv, right? Yeah, I'm gonna come after him. right here. I feel like for Parv to say, dude, I hate this nostalgic movie because it has
Hold on.
nostalgic
Hey.
characters in it, is just the
Time out.
biggest hypocrisy I've ever seen in my fucking life.
Are you talking about the guy who literally lives in like 83?
Yeah, the one that's like, dude, Forrest Gump's the best one. There's not been like a ton of movies after Forrest Gump. It was the peak of
There
cinema.
you go. You asked for it, big boy.
Hang on a second.
Okay. There you go.
Yeah, I missed it.
Yeah. I got him. He's here.
What's up, bitch?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
I didn't think you would hear that today.
I think most of us are pretty livid with your take.
I mean, y'all just have fucking awful opinions, I guess.
What?
You probably like Thor: Love and Thunder.
I haven't even seen that yet.
Okay.
I bet you like She-Hulk.
She-Hulk was amazing. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Get the fuck out of here. She-Hulk is terrible.
She-Hulk was amazing.
So I've
That's what I
noticed
want to watch. A fucking
that is split 50-50.
a lawyer that just wants dick. Good show.
That is not at all what the show is about. If you watch the whole thing, that's a very, very like fourth tier part of that show. It's pretty good.
I've not seen. I don't
You
care
have to
about
finish
Marvel
it.
the way I used to. Like now, when Marvel shows come out, when movies come out, like apart from Spider-Man, the obvious like Avengers movie and Black Panther, I have noticed that I don't care as much about Marvel as I used to.
Yeah. As soon as they were like, we're going to start doing series now, I was like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Just straight up, I don't care.
I just feel like there's so much now to keep up with, right?
Yeah.
Like I don't have the free time to like stay relevant with the MCU anymore.
Yeah, that is a big problem. Yeah.
Because like it's all obviously going to tie in like into the Avengers and everything, and like I'm not going to know who the hell like the Eternals. Like I've heard it's an incredible thing. I don't care. Like I really like don't care about it.
I liked that movie. Like I know a lot of people hated that movie, but like just as a movie, it was a good movie. I think it's kind of a B movie for the MCU, but I think as a movie, it was pretty good.
Yes, there are too many Marvel movies. I've not seen it yet. I'm sure Doctor Strange is another one that like I love to watch them.
That movie's right up your alley, Cody. Like I feel like you'd love it.
Movie you thought that was going to be great but sucked, Batman.
X.
Wait, what?
X.
I don't really have one at the moment. I guess Terminator Dark Fate. The movie like ruined me.
Is that the one with Christian Bale? Or was that Salvation?
Oh, that was Salvation. Salvation was good. I'll die on that.
Salvation was good. I was trying to think.
Probably gonna get slaughtered. I thought that Driver was gonna be about like a heist movie or something, and then it was just Ryan Gosling being on screen for 2 hours, and I thought it sucked.
I'd like to go first. I'd love to go first.
All right, so are we going to our personal curated greatest 3 films of all time?
Can I get a Coke real quick?
Go for it. Yeah, let's do a drink break because I'm parched as well. I think Jacob froze, so perfect timing. Yeah. In the meantime, just enjoy this picture of Denny Hamlin winning at Pocono before he lost it.
I think he did that on purpose because I'm here.
I mean, shit. Y'all drop shit in the comment, whatever. I'll answer something. Everybody's gone. Jacob's froze. Hit it. Let's go. Oh, Jacob's back. I got on my dang list. What? 69 mega. No. Can't do that right now. Gotta find my dang list. Gotcha. All right. All right.
Do you guys like the first Incredibles or the second? I'm assuming better.
Oof.
I think Incredibles 2 was pretty good.
I'd say the first. I mean, that's more nostalgia.
Yeah.
The second one was like way too far from my childhood, so I just kind of, I don't know.
I think the premise of The Incredibles with the whole politics of the superheroes and stuff was pretty wild for a children's movie.
That's true. Hey, what's good, Ryan? What's good, baby? First is a classic. Yeah, facts. Hey, Total Elliot, what's up?
Her name's not Elliot.
His name.
Her. It's she, her.
Stop. People hate on Incredibles 2, but it has a pretty good story. Has Bob Odenkirk, aka that's true.
I love The Incredibles.
True. Cooper is awesome. I love Cooper. Thanks, man. Really appreciate that. Too bad I'm not a fucking host. I'd like to pull up your comments, but I just read them.
Did you see that one?
I did. I just read them.
Just read them.
Why would you name your dog after Chase Elliott? I don't know, because he likes winners, you know? What can I say?
Her real name's Heidi. It's not Elliot.
Kid named Fanger. You see that, Jacob?
Yeah, I did.
Jacob,
Yeah.
what is your third greatest movie of all time, and why? Real quick, I want to lay the ground rules here. This is no debate, Tom. No argument, Tom. These reasons and justifications are your own personal opinion, therefore are subjective. Movie and film is never objective.
Okay.
How much time do we have for each movie? I know we're going 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, and then everybody does 2 and 1.
Like, I would say like 2 minutes per movie.
Okay.
Okay, I'm glad because I'm going to go ahead and tell you this right now. My movie's going to be way off compared to y'all's.
Yeah, no, I don't care. Like, if you come in and say that, like, the Broadway release of Cats, which is one of my personal favorites, actually,
Yeah,
is your
it's fun.
favorite, that's fine. That's what
Cats?
you like. Yeah,
I
dude.
think like that movie.
The play. Not the movie, but the actual Broadway play.
Yeah, but that's not a movie, though, is it?
You could call
Am I
it
still
film.
thinking of
If
that
it's
movie?
on camera, then it's film, technically.
I mean, I feel like musicals and stuff, yeah, but like the theatrical release of Les Mis and then just watching it happen on stage are way different.
Yeah, I mean, the movie
What the fuck was that one movie that was back in the? It was like a 2000 movie.
All right, Jacob.
So my third movie of all time is the 2011.
I thought you meant
Nicholas-
this movie. I'm sorry.
Cats and Dogs. Oh my god.
I thought you meant that movie, bro. I was like, what the fuck?
2011. Nicholas Winding Refn, Ron Gosling, Drive. All right. So when you said you hated it earlier, I'll be honest. The first time I ever watched it, I was like, I don't know if I like that movie. And then a few years later, I watched it again. That is one of the best films I've ever watched. Every time I watch it, it gets better. Everything about it is beautiful. The script, the soundtrack, just the atmosphere. And a fun thing about that movie is it's not an original. That's what everybody thinks. Everybody thinks it's an original piece of work. It's based off the 1978 movie The Driver, which was the same premise, is a little bit different. But I absolutely love that film. It's one of my favorites. I can watch that one every day and be happy.
But why?
What do you mean, but why?
No, just why? Because like I like I said earlier, I genuinely don't like that movie. Why do you find it good?
Why don't you like it?
Well, I want to hear why you like it. I'm not trying to. I want to genuinely know what you like about it, so maybe I can rewatch it and see if it's actually good. Or if,
I need to know what you didn't like about it for me to say what I liked about it.
It was just slow. I felt like there was not a lot going on, and it just, I don't know. It felt like a waste of time to me.
How long has it been since you watched it?
Probably a good 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. I would say go back and rewatch it.
So if I go back and rewatch it, what am I looking for?
You're looking for one of the greatest pieces of art. Well, I mean, literally every male character since that movie has come out has based some sort on the driver, like his personality. Every action movie, every dark 80s neon film, they've based the personality on the driver. Like, he didn't even have a fucking name. Like, that's what's crazy about it. Like, Ryan Gosling's character doesn't have a name. His name in the movie is the driver.
All right. Well, I'll go back and watch it and reconvene. That'll be my homework.
I'll go next. It's ironic. I absolutely wanted to follow Jacob. So I got kind of like dorky with mine. Let me pull it up.
Oh, Jesus fuck.
Number 3, 2019. It's an A24 film directed by the man, the myth, the legend, Ari Aster. Midsommar. Dude, incredible film. So I wrote down, just because I thought that this would be a fun little tidbit, the budget of each one of my 3 favorite movies. So the budget on Midsommar was $9 million.
Couldn't fucking take that when you watch it. Jesus Christ. $9 million? That's kind of cheap.
That is, yeah. In
For
today's,
as much as it was into that movie, yeah, dude. That's I can't shit on that movie. I think it's a good damn movie. It's just fucked me up.
Dude, and it does. I think about that movie all the time.
Me too.
I think anytime
I think about that cliff scene. That's always running through my fucking head. I've seen dude, even watching Terrifier 2, I was like, this still does not compare to that Midsommar scene. That shit.
So we are in the era of like the generation where gore like first blew up a lot. So like I've seen my fair share of gore videos online, and that scene, bro, is the most realistic film adaptation of like what that looks like.
Yeah, dude. Like, I'm not a pussy about stuff, but damn, that movie fucked me up. Like,
that didn't affect me at all, though. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm just desensitized because the early days of the internet, but like that was
seems real to me. Like that's like cult shit. Like
right, yeah. The moment you start throwing anything, and that's always been like for me, the biggest draw for a horror film. Paranormal stuff like bothers me to an extent, but when you like. Dude, when we start talking about like cults and like things that are like that have happened and are documented, like the Manson family murders, like Strangers is one of the scariest movies of all time because of how like plausible it is. Yeah,
yeah, dude.
Have you seen the new version of that, by the way?
Yeah, it's terrible. But fucking what's her name? Her name's Bailey. Bailey something. I don't know. She's fucking hot as shit. Yeah. I just watched her grow up from like when I was growing up to now, and it's like, damn, you just shoot.
There you go. All right, who's next? Hit us.
I said it last week. I mean, it's the greatest fucking movie of all time. Prisoners. Prisoners is the best fucking movie I've ever watched.
You're doing the third. Oh, best.
Damn. Spoiler
Damn it,
alert.
Cooper.
All right,
Now Coop's got to go backwards. That's. I feel like that's what has
I'll
to
go
happen.
backwards. All right, well, fuck. Yeah, that's number one. Number one best.
Why?
This fucking Hugh Jackman's performance in there is one of the fucking best. I think he goes absolutely top tier actor in that movie. Just the way that he poured his emotion into the story of the movie. I don't want to spoil it because it's not. I don't think it's that well talked about, man. But I think it's great. And then Jake Gyllenhaal's just kind of like this cop that wants to help, but he can't. But he can. He's kind of crooked, but he's not crooked. I don't know, man. The storytelling in it's fucking great. And plus, oh geez, what's the actor's name that played the Riddler in the Batman?
Oh shit!
I don't know his name.
He's in it. He's the main person too. I don't know how to say it without spoiling, but he's in it. That was one of his first early roles. So
what year was it?
09.
That movie's that old?
Yeah, dude, it's fucking old.
I thought it came out in the late teens.
I've not seen it.
Might even be 11. I can't remember. It's old.
What's it called?
Prisoners. Yeah, I think it's on Hulu.
2013.
There you go. But yeah,
almost 10 years ago. Wow.
I can flip that movie on. That and Let Me In. I don't know if anyone's ever seen that movie. Those are two movies I could flip on any day of the night. I'm fucking happy.
Like Eric Andre, Let Me In. Let me
No,
in.
like the fucking the Chloe Grace movie. One where she's a vampire.
Oh.
You ain't seen it? Bro,
Nah.
that shit's good. That shit's good too. Fucking Miles Teller's in it. A young Miles Teller.
We don't stand Miles Teller in this household.
Oh. Everybody and their mother does.
I mean, he's kind of a piece of garbage person. So, anyways, that's for another day. My third is probably really hard. I have so many movies that I just adore. And I don't know. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about like Sinister because it got me into horror. I was thinking about It because I loved that book. I was thinking about Cars because Cars. I was thinking about all these movies, but I think it comes down to me is Finding Nemo. Is probably my third favorite movie of all time. Because at the time, I think it was 2003 when that came out, I believe.
2006.
I was in 2006. I thought it came out way before Cars.
No, I thought you were talking about Cars. I'm sorry. Yeah,
No.
2003. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I was in second or third grade at that point, and we used to have these little books that I would check out at the library to get my little AR points, and they had like checkerboard patterns on them, and I always get the sharks and shit. And so I was obsessed with fish. I wound up getting, my degree in marine biology and whatnot. I loved Finding Nemo. Just the journey aspect of it. Crush. I fucking love turtles. That was cool. Later realizing that he was definitely not a stoner was interesting. The whole jellyfish scene, the way that it was just like it was just such a vast journey for these two little fish that I don't know. It just like Forrest Gump with parks. Like it's just a larger than life movie, but about my favorite thing, the ocean. So yeah, that's my number 3. Dalton.
All right, so for my number 3, I don't think a lot of people are going to know what I'm talking about here. They've probably never seen this, but for my number 3, I'm going to go back to 2007, Disturbia. So, in case you don't know what that movie is or you never heard of it, what?
I'm not laughing at your pick, bro, but I'm laughing at fucking. Oh my god. What's the band's name? Me So Horny. Oh my god, what's the fucking band's name?
Two Live Crew.
Two Live Crew. Thank you. Two Live Crew. Yes, dude, that's why I fucking know that movie.
Okay. Okay.
You never heard that, dude? That's his ringtone in the movie.
Oh!
Yeah,
shit,
Two Live Crew.
I didn't know
Me So
that.
Horny. Yeah, dude,
I
that's
didn't
the
know
fucking.
that.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
That's an old song.
He's
yeah,
probably too young to know what Two Live Crew is.
I think Dalton's the second oldest, though, isn't he?
Yeah.
In this
He's older than
group?
me.
I think so, yeah.
I thought he was the youngest. How old is everybody?
I'm 24.
I'm 24, but I'm late.
Wait.
I just turned 24.
What?
I'd say Dalton, second oldest.
I thought so.
Dalton,
I'm 27.
What, Jacob?
When were you born?
July 20th, 1998.
No. March 1998.
Oh, Jacob is the second oldest.
No.
I'm the dad of the group.
Damn. But anyway, back to my pick. Yeah, so I'm going to go with Disturbia. And in case you don't know what it is, I'm just going to give you like the plot for it without spoiling it. It's about this teen named Kale, who Shia LaBeouf plays. He lost his dad in a car accident, and he gets put under house arrest for punching the shit out of his Spanish teacher because he was talking shit about his dad. And his mom kind of became like a little dictator and took away his iTunes and his video games and shit. And he had nothing better to do but to stare out the window in his neighborhood. First, he found a girl that he liked, and then the other next door was a possible serial killer. So the reason why I like Disturbia so much is just like it's just a fantastic thrill movie all around. A little bit of horror, a little bit of mystery, a little bit of action, like, and a little bit of comedy too. It's just like I think it describes like millennial culture kind of perfect, if that makes sense. Like if you watch it, like you know exactly what I'm talking about. But yeah, dude, I remember. Yeah, just and of course Shia LaBeouf, one of my favorite actors. Shout out to Shia LaBeouf. Do you guys remember when he randomly came to that John City Hooters one time and just sat down Nate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Made the paper. I think old Jeff Bobo wrote about it.
He still rides today, man.
Does he? Shout out Jeff Bobo one good time.
He's like, I think he's like the editor in chief now.
Y'all ever need a good story to read? Don't read Cody's. Read Jeff Bobo's.
Shout out Bobo. I'm gonna take Bobo's job.
Could you imagine? Can you imagine how like
Cody Bobo?
It's actually the job title.
You gotta be a Bobo.
Shia LaBeouf sits down and eats, and the paper's like, you know what? That's a good story for us.
Yeah. What's going on? We have a raging opioid epidemic in the area. Meth is going through the roof.
Shia LaBeouf.
But hey, Shia LaBeouf ate at Hooters, so let's cover that.
He took a role so serious he tatted up his whole chest. The most fucking like gangster prison tattoos too on that motherfucker.
Dude, and you know what's crazy about it? This is a spoiler, but I don't care. He lasts like an hour in that movie.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. And he tatted the fuck up from it.
Like, I was like, oh wow. So you really went full fledged with that one, didn't you?
Dude, that's method acting to another degree.
Yep. And you know how I feel about it, man. You know how I feel.
I get shaving the head or like shaving your face, but god damn. Can you pull up a picture, please? We pull up a picture of Shia LaBeouf's chest tattoo. Come on. Can we please admire this shit?
It is a gnarly tat, man.
Yeah,
it
dude.
is a gnarly tattoo to be a
Fuck it, I'm doing it.
To be a supporting actor. Like he's not even the main guy. He's like, bro, I'm in. You know he got a lot of shit in that movie. That's what was crazy.
They got a lot of shit for years.
Yeah, he's off the rabbit hole, that's for sure.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's such a gnarly tattoo though. But
like clowns and shit on it.
Dude, I can't even remember. I just remember it's like his whole chest. But the thing is, yeah, that's
Creeper.
Creeper, yep.
What a fucking G. Hey, what's good, Tristan?
What a gnarly tat. I'll say though, Shia LaBeouf is one of the greatest.
It's dedication.
Dude.
So who's next for their three? Is that everybody's three?
That's everybody's three, yeah.
Jake, or now do we want to go in reverse order?
Yeah.
All right, so Dalton, number 2.
So I go again. Okay.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna do another Shia LaBeouf movie. Also in 2007.
Big Shia LaBeouf guy.
Pretty much. Cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Tax collector.
One of my all-time favorites.
Even Stevens.
Even Stevens movie. Where they get stranded on that island.
Cooper, did you say it's Holes?
Yeah.
As soon as you said
Dude,
it, I was
Holes
like,
is a good movie though. Like what?
It is a good movie.
it is. I mean,
Oh, you're gonna get there. You go, Jacob.
Dude, I'd fucking do backflips for that.
I did, Tristan.
I have to watch that.
I think John Bernthal's got the best podcast on the internet right now. Besides us.
John Bernthal is fucking top tier, man. I'm so excited for him to come back as Punisher too. Oh.
It was Transformers.
I mean, I think we all expected that.
I was hoping at that point.
And it is the first one. Now, say what you want about Michael Bay's movies and but I feel like he does a great job at directing every movie. I just love the CGI. I just love everything about the Transformers movies. I grew up. That was based on my childhood movies, pretty much. Like that whole entire franchise. When Shia LaBeouf was the basically the main character.
You care. I fully understand what kind of movie viewer you are. You care about the overall aesthetic of the movie. That is what you're looking for.
Like, I grew up like collecting all the toys and everything like that. Like, that's how big of a fan I was. I mean, the second and the third movies were really, really good, but I don't think anything beats the first, just because of how great the story was and just the whole war of the movie. I just loved everything about it.
I respect.
Dalton reminds me that his favorite Transformer would have been fucking Wheelie in those movies.
Wheelie? No, you remember the twins? Skids and Mudflap?
Yeah, dude. The fucking ice cream van.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Why don't you get a haircut with your bitch ass? Go out with your boyfriend.
I remember watching that movie. It was astonishing being someone who watched Transformers all through my childhood and cartoons and stuff. Seeing that shit in live action was incredible. Like,
Yes.
I can't fault you for that movie. Like, that movie was beautiful.
Also, real quick before you move on, they just confirmed that Sam at Shia actually died in the movies.
Yeah, we were talking about that, and I remember catching that. It was during Age of Extinction, right?
Yeah, in between Dark of the Moon and then Age of Extinction. There was a YouTube video about that a long time ago, but, I mean, of course, they never confirmed it. I mean, that's one thing I didn't like about Michael Bay's Transformers movies, because I feel like Michael Bay, like, left a lot out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's, like, a lot of mysteries that we had to figure out, like, in every one of those movies. Like I just talked about, like, the twin robots, like the twin Autobots. After the second movie, they disappeared, never came back up. And we had to figure out like where they were and everything like that.
Can I just say that the best part about the 2007 Transformers movie is Bernie Mac? I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. He made that movie.
Yeah.
The whole time he's sitting there and he's like, "That's my grandmammy."
That's my man. Hey, mammy!
She flips him off.
Don't look at me like that. If I had a rock, I'd bust your head, bitch.
Dude.
The fact that you can quote this movie is just amazing.
Yeah.
Shout out Bernie Mac one good time.
Rest in peace, legend. Rest in peace, legend.
He had a good TV show, bro.
Dude,
Incredible
yeah.
show.
Bernie Mac's show was great, yeah.
I love him in Bad Santa too, man. Just one of the best.
Bad Santa 2 is fucking even better than Bad Santa, bro.
Dude,
It's gotta
Kathy
be.
Bates' mouth in that movie. She said shit I thought I would never hear Kathy Bates ever say. God. Rough, bro.
Hey, John, to answer your question, yes, I have.
Who's next?
I think I go next, right? Right before Dalton and I went.
Yeah, you did.
First of all, I just want to say, what a fucking year movies we had this year in 2022. Like it was incredible. And this year kind of threw me off. I would have said something like, you told me last year, something like Gone Girl or something like that. But this year we had, we had Minions: The Rise of Gru. We had
Elvis.
Where the Crawdads Are, Elvis. We had Everything Everywhere All at Once, which was an astonishing movie. And I'm assuming that Cody liked that because it was an A24 film. And then just stomping the yard with everybody and making it in my top two was Top Gun Maverick. Like, hands down the best movie of the year. So fun. Road nostalgia. How you're supposed to ride nostalgia. It was an incredible action movie. Stunts were all practical, except for the Dark Star, of course. Like, it was cool to see a redemption arc. And Miles Teller was amazing in it. It was just a great movie. Like, if you didn't have fun watching that movie, I don't know what you even go to movies for.
I've yet to see it.
Really? It is astonishing.
Same.
It is a just great feel-good movie.
I didn't I'm not a big original Top Gun fan myself, so I just didn't have like the urge. Eventually, I plan on watching it just because everybody does say that it's incredible, and I don't doubt it. It's just I didn't have like the the motivation to like just go out of my way to see it.
So I took Myra to see it. She'd never seen the original Top Gun. She thought it was going to be some stupid action movie. She went to see it without me three consecutive or whatever that word. She went and saw it without me 3 times. That's how good that movie was. And she doesn't like action movies.
I thought you said you don't like Miles Teller though.
I don't as a person. He's a great actor. I even liked him way back in Footloose, which my parents are in there.
It's a kick-ass movie.
And my parents are in that movie. And that racetrack scene, that's Sonoma Raceway.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. Is it Cooper?
Yeah, Cooper.
Nostalgia just kicked in. I mean, this is what started my whole entire genre of really enjoying movies that weren't fucking cartoon movies. But Child's Play 2. I think Child's Play 2 is one of the best of the original trilogy. Yeah.
Okay, I respect that.
The first one is really good because it tells the story on kind of like Andy and Chucky, the whole thing through there. But Child's Play 2, where he goes to the foster home, gets the new family, gets the stepsister, or like the foster sister, but like he's still hunting them down. Dude, fucking top tier. Just that and the whole scene where they're in the factory for making good guy dolls.
Dude,
and
that
he's running from them and he's like
yes.
melts them and he's fucking all dude. As a kid watching that shit scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah, your heart's racing for it.
Yeah,
You're
man.
Like, run.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very, very touchy with that movie, so I think it's one of the best. I do like the third a lot too, where Andy gets sent off to military school.
Yep.
He meets the younger little black boy that ends up sticking with Chucky. And they're trying to kill Andy at the end.
See, growing up, the Chucky movies.
Can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Growing up, the Child's Play movies, I freaking adored them. The second one definitely is the best of the original, but the best Chucky movie overall, I think, is The Bride of Chucky.
I think Curse of Chucky's really good too. Like if you're getting out of the trilogy, yeah.
See, I would put Bride, and then Seed of Chucky. That one was uncomfortable.
Seed is
like when he
really bad because he ends up running Jessica Simpson off the road and kills her in a car
for me, it
crash.
was when he jerked off, dude. That was when I checked out.
Have you watched the uncut version on DVD?
No.
Back from the original, you see his dick.
Like Chucky's.
Yeah, you see like
well, what blew my mind? I don't think I'm allowed to like say it on stream because I feel like we're not like educational, so we can't say it. But when he produces the juice of life, like that just blows my mind. That he's like theoretically he's full of
the
cotton,
way you said that,
right?
That'd been like when he ejaculates, bro.
When he released the fluid of life, and then they used the turkey baster. I still don't understand the logic behind that. Like, so Chucky has like a full like reproductive system.
They also killed Redman in there.
I mean,
Redman. I like the scene where Chucky's sitting with Tiffany, and she's like, "He's my friend" or whatever, and she looks over, and Chucky's like, "Nice tits." Like,
you dig,
dude? Fucking you dig? Hey,
you dig?
Hey, my man's been on some shit, dude. I was watching the Snapchats last night. Go through his Twitter. If you ain't been through AV's Twitter in the past week, I don't know what the fuck he's on right now.
Oh
Please
my
do it.
god. Mom, I'm scared.
But yeah, Child's Play 2.
Respect that.
And Jesse, I don't know what the fuck you said. I hope to God that's a joke. Halloween Ends is a bad movie.
Jesse is a diehard Halloween fan.
Me too, and I thought
like
that was a bad
diehard.
movie.
Hey,
Michael's a bitch in that movie.
Hell, it feels cold in hell right now because I actually do agree with Jesse.
Oof. I don't know, bro. Watching fucking, they build up what's his name just to.
Hey, whoa! I haven't seen it.
Consensual times.
Yeah, I don't.
Number 2 for me. This is where I put on my my like reading glasses for you whippersnappers. A Trip to the Moon. It's a movie out of France in 1902. This film had a $10,500 budget. The director was George Méliès. So I wrote down some fun facts. I actually did a big profile piece on him a few years ago in school. But I knew this movie. I chose him as my subject because I found this movie when I was young, and I fell in love with it the first time I watched it. It was way ahead of its time. So classic silent film, 1902. You know, like technology is not really there. Well, this dude makes a movie about these colonizers who go to the moon. They land, they find Martians on the moon, and then like they get ran off, and then they come back, and then like the Martians come along with us because they like hopped into the spaceship, and then we kill them, and then they're celebrated at the end. Very visionary film, genuinely. The special effects for 1902 are out of this world. So it does belong to public domain at this point. So you can find it on YouTube, and it's only like 16 to 18 minutes long, depending on which cut you watch. But I always suggest for everybody to just watch it and like keep in mind and think about the fact that it was made in 1902, and it's like as advanced as it is. I don't know if it's still on Netflix, but there was a version that got licensed, and basically like they colorized it, and then they added techno music to it instead of it being just a regular old silent film. That version's really good as well. I don't know who composed that, but they did a great job. But I did want to like just give out a fun fact about him. So at this era in cinema, motion picture had already been created by the Lumiere brothers in France, but that was over there. And then in the United States, Thomas Edison was like a smart man, and he's very well known for stealing ideas. So he found out about it, and then he like built it himself, and then he got a patent for it, and he monopolized the global market of films because he had like everything that got distributed into the United States. And then he went over to Europe and like big dicked his way to creating like a monopoly over in Europe as well. So George never really got the recognition or like the money that he deserved because he was trapped in the monopoly, and he ended up like losing everything. And then during World War II, a lot of his films got lost. He had thousands made, but only 100 or so survived. And we didn't find this one until like the mid 30s. So he didn't get celebrated for all of his work until right before he died, but he still died poor.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Damn.
But I always suggest people to watch this film because it is, if you watch it, you'll be like, holy shit, this inspired everything today.
Run it back one more time.
A Trip to the Moon.
A Trip to the Moon? Okay.
Yeah. It's only like
I mean, if it's in public domain, we could probably watch it on here right now.
I don't
Trip to
want
the
to
Moon,
run
1902.
16 whole minutes though.
Okay.
Damn, dog it. Yeah, it's 15 and a half.
Yep. Incredible movie though, dude. Absolutely freaking incredible.
What's it? Is it in like French?
Well, it's silent. There's no.
Oh, it's silent.
Yeah. Most of the time though, when you watch it, the text cards have been like translated.
Oh, yeah, here's one that's been colored. It says.
Yeah, that's probably the techno one. It's so good though. So that's my number 2 all time.
You went way deep into film history, and I'm sitting here talking about, oh, these movies were fun.
I studied film for the last like 2 years of my life.
Jacob, brother, that's you.
Oh, is it me? Number 2, 2017, Blade Runner 2049. All right, so I'm one of the guys that I watched the original Blade Runner as a kid. I didn't like it. Years later, I think that movie came out in 82. I think the original came out in 82. But
I think you're right.
The second one comes out all these years later. I was like, I'm going to give this movie a shot. It was one of the most beautiful worlds I've ever seen. They didn't change a thing about it. Everything in it was like 80s neon. Like, for instance, one scene when the cars are flying through the city, there's an Atari symbol that like is a hologram that shows up in it. It's just shit like that I find interesting. But I just thought it was a beautiful movie to watch, and it had a great story to it. The first one kind of left you guessing whether Harrison Ford was a replica or not. The new one starts off and it's like immediately Ryan Gosling's character is a replica. It was different, but it still honed the original world. So definitely my second.
How do you feel about that movie being a part of the Alien and Predator universe?
Do what?
How do you feel about that movie being a part of the Alien and Predator universe?
I don't think I understand.
I don't understand the connection, but apparently it's the same universe as Prometheus and Alien and Predator and stuff.
Jacob said,
I'm trying to think of like how
where they're connected.
Yeah, where the fuck did they connect that? I guess is what I'm trying to think of.
What's like fucking what is the
Freddy and fucking Jason, bro?
The Snow Train movie and Willy Wonka. Know what I'm talking about?
Polar Express.
Oh, you talking about Snowpiercer?
Snowpiercer, yeah.
Snowpiercer and fucking Willy Wonka. Yeah, that's like a whole whatever.
The Polar Express.
Yeah, he said Snow Train movie.
I know. I should have fucking said it. Thank you, Jacob.
Jesus Christ.
It's that time of year, and my brain immediately goes, "Oh, Polar Express." So, Jacob, based on rotation, sir, what are you going to serve to us as your number one of all time?
Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
That's a good pick,
dude.
That's a good pick.
One of the best movies of all time.
That's a good movie.
Why is it so near and dear to your heart, buddy?
Man, I remember when I was a kid, my pastime was putting in the original Terminator. And then one day, me and Dad, I think we were at Walmart or something, and Terminator 2 was on like VHS. This is probably when VHS.
All right, stop, Jacob. Stop talking. I don't want to miss this. Okay, you're back now, I think. Say something, Jacob. Oh, are you there? Yeah.
Hey, what?
Oh, you're back. Hey, okay.
Yeah. Dad saw the VHS and I was like, T2. I was like, there's another one? And he's like, yeah, man, we'll put that thing in. I mean, at the time.
Austrian Death Machine, remember them?
Oh, yeah. Dude, Arnold Schwarzenegger is the shit, man. I always found it. Okay, here's the thing. And I respect Arnold Schwarzenegger a lot because he's like my childhood. That's what I grew up on. But let's all say right now that Arnold Schwarzenegger is the strongest actor, right? I think we can all agree with that. Like, he's not going to be in the top 10 actors of all time. He's got some good movies. He's just not a good actor. For him to play like this lifeless robot, it was like the most perfect match. and it's like beautiful in a way. But what I loved about it is this connection to John Connor, where like he literally become like the thing that was sought out to kill him, like becomes like a father figure throughout the entire movie. And then at the end, he decides like he has to terminate himself in order for John to live, to successfully complete his mission. And that is the exact thing a father would do for their son.
I love
very
that.
wholesome.
That's deep.
It's very deep, dude. I've had a lot of time to think about that shit since I was like 4, but you know.
You said, I saw T2 and I said, there's another one, and he popped that shit in.
Dude, popped that shit, took it straight home. I was like, this is my movie, man.
Hey, homie that said VHS and VHS 2 were creepy ass movies. Facts, bro.
So that's Jacob from Discord. The fifth.
Oh, is it? Yeah.
Yeah, VHS is weird, man.
Yeah, dude. I thought the fucking the succubus from the first one. I thought that shit was really fucking scary,
bro.
Yeah, dude. But nah, fucking ever since that new one, man, Ratman fucked me up. Ratman's the best one, dude.
All right, so I'm next. This is my all-time favorite movie, and I will die with the same opinion. I was only 9 years old when I started seeing like posters of this film pop up everywhere. And then it came out on DVD, and I was like, I want to see this because it looks interesting. So I watched it, fell in love. I could probably quote the film from start to finish. This movie had a low budget of $400,000 because it was an indie film written by a man and his co-writer of a wife. The movie is loosely based on his life, very loosely based. God, can you bring me my chapstick? Napoleon Dynamite is my favorite film of all time. For the first time I saw it, I fell in love. Like the entire theme of the movie. I love it how so there's only one part in the movie where you ever know what year it actually is, and it's actually set in 2003 and like the 2003-2004 school year. So it was modern, but there was nothing modern about the movie, from the way they dressed to like the interiors of their homes. Dude, just everything about that movie screamed like 80s, but it was in modern time. Dude, I freaking love that movie so much.
Is it one of those movies that, like, when you catch it on TV, like you're channel surfing, it always puts a smile on your face?
Oh, absolutely, dude. I have
What the fuck, bro? You ain't know what this movie is?
Kids, bro.
How do you not know what Napoleon Dynamite is?
Listen, my favorite scene from any movie has to be just him pulling tater tots out of his pocket. Like,
iconic, dude.
as a fat ass, like that just screams like something I would do.
Nah, throwing the fucking food at the llama.
Uncle Rico.
Tina, you fat lord.
Uncle Rico is the best part of that whole movie.
Oh,
man.
he's trying to get just women the whole entire time.
Yeah, well, the fact
he's trying to get moms.
The part where he says, well, "How much you want to bet I could throw a football over those mountains?" I'm like, oh my god, dude. And we all know a guy like that, right?
Yeah, I respect that movie so much because it's so real. Like if you look back at like that early 2000s stuff, you're looking at an old like rural area with dudes that are like that.
Yeah, like the internet's not there. Like there's not like just total accessibility. Yeah, 1,000,000%. I did find it interesting though, like when I found out that it was loosely based on the director and writer's life. So it's like interesting to know like what aspects of his life like did he write the movie with in mind.
All I remember is all through school, there was always some dude wearing a Vote for Pharaoh shirt every day at school.
Yeah. So I guess is it Cooper or Alex?
It's Cooper.
Oh. I mean, I always stick with my same three. I think the top three are the best. I've got to go backwards. So I'm on my third because I already said my first. Stephen King's Creepshow 2. I think that's one of the best.
Okay.
I like sequels, Yeah, big sequel guy. I like the first one. I like the first iteration stuff, but the second seems to get better. I mean, Creepshow 2's got the river raft scene that's out there. They've got the big Native American statue. They've got the homeless man. I don't know, dude. That movie just fucking screams absolute 80s, 90s like that. That is an iconic movie. I think Stephen King doesn't produce bad movies. I think another top tier would be Cujo. I think Cujo's a wonderful fucking movie. Obviously, The Shining, fucking original. It. Still don't like, there's a couple that just don't stick out with me. But, yeah, Creepshow 2, man. It's a good fucking movie.
I respect it.
I mean, I could have poured more, but I was on my fucking third, so you can't go too hype with your third movie.
Yeah.
Dude, the Rex Kwon Do scene fucking kills me every time. I think even like before we even get to it, Napoleon's pulling hit on his fucking roller or his bicycle with his rollerblades. Alex, you're next, sir.
Okay. Well, we've already talked about my favorite movie of all time, and that's Interstellar. And you guys can clown on it for whatever you want. Um, I think for me, it is. I went into that movie theater thinking, okay, cool space movie with Matthew McConaughey, right? Like it's gonna be either a B movie or something, something all right, because Christopher Nolan did his thing or whatever. But honestly, that movie to me is so deep in so many ways. It's so calculated in so many ways. It just makes me feel a lot, and there's something so human about being manipulated by the time around you, and that's what that movie was about. And Matthew McConaughey's character Cooper, going through the tesseract inside of a black hole, that's all scientific hypotheses that could become true that we don't know. So it's a very interesting take on what a black hole actually is, what postmodern space traveling technology could be, with the way that they've got the fifth dimension harnessed and stuff like that. And I think that it was just such a great movie to see a father have to deal with basically the loss of his kids, the redemption arc of his daughter Murph, and just how everything at the end in the third act comes together. The visuals, the music, the emptiness of space, and just, I guess, it's gripping to me because you feel every decision and how much weight is on the entire cast of the entire movie, because it's so dire, but it's happening so slowly, but every second matters, years at a time, if that makes sense. And to answer that comment from, I think it was Amanda, about it would have been better if there was a second one. I don't think we need a second one. I don't think we need a second one. I think him going off, Cooper going off, to find Anne Hathaway's character, and be with her, because obviously they had fallen for each other at that point, was a perfect poetic ending. And Christopher Nolan just doesn't end the film right anyways. Because in my opinion, I could probably say the same thing about there should have been another Batman movie, this time with Robin, because Joseph Gordon-Levitt is now Batman, whatever. So I feel that for Christopher Nolan movies. But yeah, Interstellar was just captivating to me. It will always be my favorite movie. Best 3 hours I can spend at any moment.
Daltino?
Don't ever call me that again.
Daltino.
All right.
I love it how we just went from like this really deep Interstellar. I know exactly what Dalton's about to pick, and it's beautiful and it's fitting, and I don't disagree.
I don't think you do.
Really?
I don't think you do. Maybe. Well, we'll see.
Okay.
All right. My number one movie of all time. I'm going to go back to a horror film for this one.
Oh, okay, yeah.
What?
Oh, so you didn't know. Okay. Well, it is a horror film. The Sinister.
Okay, I respect.
Okay, that movie got me into horror. I fucking love that movie. Yes.
Now, not only was it scary, but really the biggest reason why I love The Sinister the most was just the story. Like, of all the horror movies that Fancy Tales. No, the reason why I love The Sinister the most is just that whole story. And I mean, of course, like, it's kind of hard for me to understand movies, but this one, like, I completely get. Like, of how they did it was just incredible. I love how they did, like, a pattern, like, not to spoil it, but how they did, like, a pattern in the movie to where you can easily understand the whole thing. Just an amazing story, very terrifying. However, I despise that they did. Dude, that was the scariest scene right there. From this cover from Shadow right here, that was the fucking scariest scene of the whole movie right there, the lawnmower. But I do not like how they made a second one out of that. I think they completely ruined it by making a second movie out of it. And unfortunately, that's why we're never going to get a third one, because the second movie did so poor. But stopped at the first one. I don't like how it ended, to be honest with you. I kind of hated the ending. I feel like it could have went a little bit better. But again, just the story writing and the horror and everything like that is why Sinister is my number one.
That movie really got me into horror. Like before that, I was just a little a pussy that just did not watch horror movie. Like you guys were talking about Child Play and stuff and Halloween. I still haven't seen most of that stuff yet. So those are all still on my list. But Sinister was just perfect.
But yeah, dude, the film clips are like they fucking scared the shit out of you, especially that lawnmower.
Plus, it's Ethan Hawke, man. You ain't gonna shit on Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke.
Have you guys seen The Black Phone yet?
Yeah, dog.
Dude, that movie was amazing too.
Shit, I ain't be rolling that way, but damn, I'd play Naughty Boy with Ethan Hawke. He's dressed like that. Shit, man, sit in that chair. Come with me, daddy.
You dig?
You're gonna play the bad boy, huh?
My Hawk's hot too. I mean, come on. We ain't talking bad.
What has happened?
We're simping over Ethan Hawke, duh.
Yeah, that was fun. Does anybody have any okay, before we go, what is your spiciest movie take that is a very unpopular opinion?
I'm gonna say the same shit I said earlier. The Barbarian sucks.
That's such a bad take, bro.
That's so fucking bad, dude.
I know that's a bad take, and I haven't seen the movie yet. That's all I'm gonna say.
You didn't even see. You did not pay attention to Justin Long, then, bro. Beautiful in that fucking movie.
Funny
the best fucking part.
He's the best part of the whole movie.
He's such a dick.
The spiciest movie take. Is that what you want? Baby Driver is a tremendous sack of shit.
Okay.
I just didn't like it.
John, stop it right now. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, John, come on,
bed,
man.
John. Go to bed, John. Stop this.
It's bad.
Stop it,
bad
John.
take, John.
You're sounding like Parv. No.
Okay, I will say this for John. I did not like Talladega Nights until I turned like 25. But that's because I took NASCAR too seriously.
Actually, you know what? I do
50
agree
Shades
with
Ethan Hawke.
I do agree with this right here.
Avatar does not suck, bro. Don't ever talk about it.
It's overrated as fuck.
Bullshit, dude. That is a fucking awful.
Overrated as fuck.
Whatever.
It's
Did you not get the story of that one either?
I mean, they're only making 4 more. Like, obviously, it was good enough to make 4 more.
And I'll be okay.
Yeah,
with
it took more than 10 years to make a second.
Okay, this one was a hot take, and I've seen this one before. The Footloose remake was actually good.
It was good.
Fucking movie. It's the same movie.
Really good.
It's just the same movie, just redone. Like that is the biggest reboot I've ever seen in my life. They didn't change anything. They were like, you know what? It worked the first time. Let's give it another go.
Fucking keep it and update it.
Is Dennis Quaid in the remake?
Jesus Christ, no. He's on the side of the street in Knoxville now.
Dennis Quaid? Is Dennis
Quaid was in that movie.
In the reboot, right?
Yeah. My parents got to meet him when they were filming at the
I'm
racetrack.
thinking the wrong one. Damn it, I'm thinking of Randy Quaid, damn it.
Randy, yeah.
Once again,
Yeah.
there was a bunch of execs vaping in a room at this point, and they were like, what can we do to make this movie better? Where's Dennis Quaid at? Dennis Quaid rolls up. Listen, guys, I can get you at least another meal in this movie.
Shit, I'm gonna light these comments up in this room on fire. Ready for this? Straight facts, all right? Joaquin Phoenix is a better Joker than Heath Ledger. Facts. Come at me.
That is a pretty spicy take.
Heath Ledger's great and all, but Joaquin Phoenix fucking killed that role, man.
So I think
Joker,
I think the problem with that statement is that is the Joker really the Joker in The Dark Knight?
Nah, if you're gonna talk about that, then you got to go back.
I mean,
the original Batman, yeah.
I think Jim Carrey's Riddler was the best Batman film.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's nice to meet you. You don't think Arnold Schwarzenegger did better?
No.
Hey, look, don't you come at me, bro. Hey,
Okay.
You tell me you ain't watched that movie.
Terrible. This is an awful opinion.
Yeah, you can come at me, but you can say that.
We have two awful opinions, and here's where I'm going to be crucified. But I'm not using it for this one though. But this is also a terrible opinion, dude. The Twilight series, everything about Twilight's incredible.
I bought the movie just the other day. I rewatched
Cody.
the first one. I ain't seen nothing wrong.
Cody, have you seen Vampires Suck?
Yeah, I love that too. Speaking of
That was
spoof
good.
movies, yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
Okay, Cody, I'll go before you because I'm sure you have an actual take. Mine is that Driven is one of, if not the best, racing movie ever made. Are you guys just
I don't hate that.
Can't say
like everybody shits on that movie, but it was so good.
Hey,
Let's
facts
leave
up there,
leave
Shadow.
the cringe in middle school.
Shadow, you got it right. Pattinson is a good Batman. He's a terrible fucking Bruce Wayne, though.
Jared Leto is the best jokies, bro. That better be a joke.
Yeah, that's a joke. That's fucking.
That's got to be a joke, right?
Well, so I can't use my Batman take because I use that at the start of the show.
Use it every fucking week, practically.
I do, yeah.
Disappointed.
Avengers Endgame was flawed from start to finish.
Agreed.
Please do explain.
Agreed.
Dude,
Yeah, let me hear it. Let me hear it, because you don't sound wrong, but let me hear it.
Yeah, so first off, they just go and fucking kill Thanos. Right?
Yep.
Like, just right off the bat. And then we have an hour and 45 minutes worth of just fucking filler side quest missions.
Yep.
And then Iron Man dies. There's not even like a moment of like, I feel like his death really didn't matter at all. And that's it. Like, I mean, it was like they did well at closing the storyline, like the arc, but I feel like that movie, they made it with, they had a whole lot of money and they made they had a whole lot of money and they made a stew with no meat.
The time travel didn't make any fucking sense.
Yeah, it was like a side quest.
Yeah, bro. It didn't make any fucking
It was a very enjoyable movie, but I now listening to you, it was kind of a waste of time a bit.
The part that got me is they shit on Back to the Future's time travel theory. And I was like, you're talking about the #1 time travel movie of all time. And you're saying that yours makes more sense. Like, yeah, probably not. No.
I have a fun fact about Avengers Endgame. Noah Gregson spoiled it for me.
What?
I'm being serious. So this was Talladega Weekend 2019, okay, the spring race. And this is when Dave Portnoy went to his first race in Talladega that weekend. He did a pizza review in the Talladega infield at Papa Murphy's, and he posted it on Instagram on that Thursday night. Now, me and Matt had to wait till Friday morning because like tickets got sold out very quick, and I had to work on Thursday night, so we had to wait till Friday in the morning. So I go on Instagram that night, and I find Dave Portnoy's video of him doing a pizza review of the Papa Murphy's in Talladega infield, and the first comment I read under that post out of nowhere was from Noah Gregson, and it said Iron Man dies.
Oh my god!
I'm being serious. I was hoping it wasn't true. I thought he was just fucking, but then I
thought he was just fucking.
Yeah, I thought he was just fucking. Then I go to the movie theater, and sure enough, Iron Man fucking died.
That's my new favorite saying, bro. I thought he was just fucking.
Hey, Shadow, you on some rolls right here. Yeah, Multiverse of Madness was not good, and then Iron Man 3 was hot ass.
Yeah, it's terrible.
A Multiverse of Madness was the Doctor Strange movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
I haven't
Most
seen it.
underrated.
That was really good.
Eternals.
I
bro.
fell asleep.
There ain't no fucking way you talking about the Eternals right now. You were on. Shoot. No, sir.
You know
No,
what got
sir.
me? You know what got me about Iron Man 3?
That was recorded in Tennessee. Partial.
Well, you know, Shane Black directed it, and he was.
Was that the one with Mickey Rourke, or was that 2?
That was 2.
That was
3
2.
was the one with the mandolin. Where he was fucking, Trevor.
The Mandarin. This man's talking about
Mandarin.
instruments. The mandolin.
Yeah, there you go. Whatever. Yeah, fucking Trevor.
Dude, okay, so Shane Black was the guy that directed Iron Man 3, and he was Hawkins in the original Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger. And like years later, I was like, all right, man. I was like, this guy's good. And then he gets to direct The Predator, the 2018 movie that come out, and I was like, bro, this is going to be a success because this guy was in the original. Like, if anybody knows the original movie, it's him. And then I watched The Predator, and that was the biggest pile of steaming dog shit I've ever seen in my life. Dude, it was.
What'd you think of Prey?
I love Prey. Prey was fantastic. But
Yeah, Prey was awesome.
The Predator, I'm not kidding you. If you guys haven't seen it, this is the ending scene.
Bad.
They have this. It's called.
If you haven't seen it yet, hold on. Let me spoil the
Let me
very
spoil
ending.
it's you're not missing.
It's
much.
worth it.
You ain't missing shit. It's like an hour 45 of just dick.
I'll send you $7.50 for saving me a theater ticket.
Dude, it's called the Predator killer suit, and it like attaches itself to the main character, and like everybody's like, oh my god, that's so high tech, and then his mask opens up, and he's like, or the guy's like, not the main character, attaches to somebody else, and the main character sitting there, he's like, I hope they have it a 32 long. The movie ends. I went, holy shit. I was like, why? Who the fuck thought that was a good idea in the writer's room?
He finished up that line and he was like, I did it. And like they all just like
pinned down.
Yeah.
And he was
He's like-
in the OG, bro. Like he was in the original. So
Motherfucker was on a typewriter probably.
but the thing is he's directed good movies. He directed the NASCAR with Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling. Like that was a good movie. Other than that, yeah, no.
Anybody else have anything spicy before we wrap up?
I have another sad movie. That was an honorable mention.
What's that?
The 2022 Southern 500.
No NASCAR talk, sir. I'll throw my my other 3 honorable mentions up though. That got emitted from my top 3 list. The Shining. I flip flop with Midsommar and The Shining all the time. Like it's just they're both psychologically incredible. Number 4 would be Vertigo, and then number 5 for me is going to be Scary Movie 3. Jacob froze again.
Thank you for Scary Movie 3.
I got you. Some of the Disney
Some of
live
the,
action remakes
yeah,
are-
Aladdin. Aladdin is a banger.
The new Mortal Kombat was good. I haven't seen it.
That's a good. It's good. It's not a waste of time. I'll say that.
I just feel like Vertigo forever changed cinema, and it's just such a well done movie.
I actually do have serious honorable mentions for the best ones. I want to give 3. All right, so one of them is Ratatouille. I don't give a shit what anybody says. Like Ratatouille is very overhated. I don't know why it gets the hate that it does, but I feel that's
Because it's mid as fuck, bro.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, the fuck, it's not.
It's just a general Pixar movie. I mean, it's not bad. It's not the next best thing though. Is that what we consider mid?
It's not as bad as
Ratatouille is a mid Pixar film by
No, the
Pixar
fuck
standard.
it's not.
Yeah.
No, the fuck it's not. I feel like I had more. Actually, don't come back to me.
Jacob, what's a movie that was up there, but it didn't make your top 3?
I would probably say
Pawn Shop Chronicles.
Pawn Shop Chronicles is fantastic, dude.
I knew you were. I figured that'd be up there.
Yeah, Pawn Shop Chronicles.
God, what's his name? Oh my
Tucker
God,
and Dale
Elijah
versus
Wood.
Evil.
That movie is fucking phenomenal. Oh my god!
Movie. What else? I would probably say one of the most funniest. It just holds a special place in my heart. This Is the End with Seth Rogen in the gang,
dude, Channing Tatum.
So my buddy's grandfather, like we all he it's Tyler. I'll go ahead and say his name. Tyler's like, hey, Papa's going to take us. My grandparents are going to take us to see this movie. And I remember we went to the theater. we couldn't have been old. We was probably like 11 or 12. And I remember we got in the car, and the first word that was said from his grandfather was, he said, "You're not going to tell your parents about anything that happened." Because it was one of the filthiest movies I've ever seen. But God, it was so good.
You remember that time we watched Sausage Party, bro? We walked in and we were like, this is going to be great. And like the last 10 minutes happens and we're like,
wait, what movie?
Oh my God.
Sausage Party? Dude.
I watched that movie.
I'm a giant douche. Like,
I just have like such negative memories of that movie. I watched it in 2016 on election night.
Oh my God.
So like I just have like such bad memories of that movie.
See, they're making a second one now.
God,
they're doing a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're doing a TV series.
And I'm so fucking excited for it.
It was
That's the only Seth Rogen project that I hate.
Okay, so I gotta ask, if we're talking about Seth Rogen stuff, what did you guys think of the interview?
Oh, I love the interview.
It was good.
A lot of people around here hated it. I don't know why.
Yeah, no, the interview for me, like I remember I was devastated that it got like pulled, but they put it online on Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm a Katy Perry fan, so the ending kind of made that movie even better for me.
Dude, James Franco. some of the shit he said in that movie. When he said, what did he say? He said, "C-word punt that tiger bitch," and I fucking cried. I cried the first time I heard him say that.
You remember the scene in fucking This to the End where he talks about that damn dog he's got? He's like, it can't bark, so all it does is go, ah.
The best part about that movie is when Danny McBride shows up. And then right then and there, I'm hooked. Because Danny McBride makes some of the best projects I've ever seen, man. Like,
dude, they talk about all the food, rationing it out, and he's fucking big ass.
All right.
The OG Scooby-Doo movie, the live action, is fucking goated.
Hey, okay, real quick. I remember my other two honorable mentions. They're both alien movies. The first one, War of the Worlds, with Tom Cruise, and Signs.
Signs is great, dude.
Lieutenant, vámonos.
Hey, ain't nobody said a fucking Clint Eastwood movie though. I'm very surprised.
Also, here's what I was talking about. So there was the video from Dave Portnoy doing the pizza review, and right there you can see Noah Grayson say the Iron Man dies.
What about Riff Raff just being like blatantly ripped off in this movie?
Oh, Spring Breakers? Yeah. I do love Riff Raff.
Spring Break, y'all. White Chicks is a goated movie.
Suicide Squad is better than the Batman? What the fuck?
Which one?
Like the Suicide Squad? Like
If you're talking the one with like, yeah.
The second one was pretty good.
Oh, dude, the Peacemaker show's hilarious.
John Cena, man.
Dude, John Cena is a great actor. Totally come out of left field for me because I didn't think he was.
What was that movie that he was in where he was the fucking
Marine?
He was the date, and he goes to that movie theater and he's like, "Hey, you need to shut the fuck up," or what's it called?
I think it's
Amy Schumer, isn't it?
Schumer.
Yeah.
I think it's Trainwreck. Right?
Yeah, because she's like, I want you to talk dirty to me, and he's like, no, or like he's like 128 grams of carbs. Like, a pizza.
What's the movie that he's into where he's the drug dealer and he's like, I got anything you need. He's got that damn briefcase.
He said, tell Mark Wahlberg to shut up. He said, would you just call me? He said, I look like Mark Wahlberg ate Mark Wahlberg.
That's a good comment. I like this.
I have a spicy take here. I think Clint Eastwood is overrated as fuck.
That's definitely a spicy one. I mean, some movies he has.
Like, this is, like, when it comes to film, I can 1,000,000% like separate art from artist to that sort of thing. I just think that Clint Eastwood is, like, I don't know. I mean, he was good in his film.
We all think about Fight Club.
It's a good movie.
I mean, I don't like to talk about it.
Never seen it.
You passed the tests.
Fight Club is a classic. Dalton, you've never seen Fight Club? Oh man,
there's a lot of good movies.
I mean, is it not one of those movies that's kind of like not direct though? Like it's kind of like Seven, right? It doesn't exist.
It's by the same guy.
Well, it's all like a dodgeball.
Dodgeball's incredible
too.
Yeah. Dude, Justin Long in Drag Me to Hell is an incredible performance.
That's a terrible movie, but Justin Long's good. I don't like that movie.
I feel like Chuck Norris is a legend just due to the memes. What's the movie that Chuck Norris was in? It's recent, and like he just shows up and he like kills a bunch of people. Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
It's not the one with Johnny Knoxville in it, is it? That's probably Arnold Schwarzenegger. Never mind.
Expendables 2? Is that the one where he like unrealistically like kills everybody?
Probably. It sounds very.
Right. What?
Tom Hanks? Okay. Dude, Parv would have a raging boner right now if he was here. He'd be able to list them all like chronologically. I think Tom Hanks' best movie overall, it's either got to be Saving Private Ryan or Castaway.
Yeah, I think Castaway's up there.
Elvis, definitely.
Dalton, have you ever seen a Tom Hanks movie?
That was a joke, by the way.
Just say Toy Story.
No, I've seen a lot of Tom Hanks movies. Toy Story, Captain Phillips.
I am the captain. Hey, Cody, let me drive the boat.
I think Captain no.
Well, I guess this is where we'll wrap it up. Fellas, this has been fun. It's been a different kind of stream. It's been nice not talking about
the N-word.
That one.
Yeah.
Dalton Good, ladies and gentlemen.
Has canceled himself twice.
I appreciate y'all having me on here.
No, dude, thanks for coming on. Like I said, nice. I've enjoyed not having to talk about racing at all. I think
there we go.
Everybody is drained. Music next.
Dog, I could talk music fucking
days. Like, we'll need a week-long stream for this one.
I might just skip because y'all hate my fucking list.
Agreed on. Yeah. I mean, Toy Story's got to be up there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Music next time. We'll do our top 3 albums of all time.
Oh. Okay.
I could breeze through that one. And then we'll give each other like 10 minutes to talk as to why, because if you have a favorite album that deep, then you got a 10-minute explanation. But until then, as always, it's been me, Cody, your host with the most. Alex, do me a favor and plug all your stuff.
Okay, we're gonna have a show on Fan Fuel Motorsports Podcast on Wednesday. Should be me and Colton. We're going to be talking about what NASCAR needs next. Since we're in the postseason, we're going to talk about the stuff that happened in Formula One. And you can always check us out at FanFuel MSM, capital F, capital F, capital MSM, over on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You can also check us out at fanfuelmotorsports.com. And yeah, thanks for having me on again.
Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
I guess I'm next because there's no Jacob. Shout out JKL. Scoop Daddy.
I am Dalton Ratty Bush with Heidi Ho.
Thank you. Thank you for the good reference there. It's just that ha 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 at the end.
Where are we going to
you
go?
can hear me?
I feel like we got to go out to what we always go out to.